Yeah, now we are.
Oh yeah, yeah. I be forgetting. You can see it. You can see it like on the top corner. That's what's up.
Yeah, I sent it to his email. Let me see. Let me make sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I was listening. I was listening to that Boxer Voice interview with that clown dude, bro.
Mr.
Man,
Wayne.
that shit had me laughing, dog. That shit was just pure comedy to me, honestly. It's like these people, like people on this shit is so thirsty to discredit the man Wilder, bro. It's like, damn, bro, like people doing videos off of a forum thread. Shit
Yeah,
is embarrassing, bro.
they miss a zero, and people start doing front flips. But that Glazer guy, everybody knows he's Aram. You know, he's in that camp. But he's probably not wrong about it not doing too well. It probably didn't do well, honest to God. And
Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay.
I don't care because I didn't buy it.
You know what I'm saying? That's okay. You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't. I went to the movies for it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the pay-per-view, but I went to the movies, and you know, and I would have purchased the pay-per-view. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Definitely more people is gonna buy Wilder and Fury. But see, what people need to understand is, okay, Wilder maybe not like a pay-per-view star, but what heavyweight is?
no,
You know what I mean? Can Anthony Joshua come to America and do pay-per-views on Fox or Showtime? Is that possible?
nope.
I don't think so. I think there'll be even less numbers, honestly.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. No, but for the guy to like just completely like discredit the man and try to make him like he's like all these people just try to discredit Wilder and make it seem like he ain't shit. But my question is that like they people go on and on about nobody knows Wilder and shit like that. Okay, in the sport of boxing, who are the bigger
Exactly.
names in the sport?
Who are the big names? Yeah.
Who are bigger names in the sport? Who are these fucking famous boxers today, bro? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you ask me, Deontay Wilder is on par with anybody in the sport. Honestly, to me, I don't think Canelo Alvarez is some fucking mega star in the sport. If you want to look at that and look at it that way, okay, yes, he gets support from Mexican fans, but other than that, like, ain't nobody checking for Canelo Alvarez like that.
I mean, yeah, boxing is bullshit. Like, I mean, just shit's annoying, really. Like, what's up, Corey?
What's good, Stormy B, man? Yeah, bro, it's just crazy how like people just find are willing to go through all the depths and measures to discredit. Like the thing that made it funny with that interview in the Boxer Voice was you had the dude like people was running with the report from this dude, but of the Rick Glazer guy. But this is the same guy who's anti PBC, period. And he works for ESPN Plus. He works top rank at ESPN. But people are taking what he's saying and running with it. It's embarrassing if you ask me. It's embarrassing.
Well, and that's the problem I had is that you have a lot of boxing fans out there that don't they want to they want to sound like they're impartial and say like they just in it to watch the sport of boxing, and then they would say, oh, I don't care about the odds and the ends and stuff like that. I just care about what happens in the ring. But then they get caught up in talking about, you know, whatever the guy's name is, Glazer, whatever his name is, what he puts out with the numbers for Fox when he don't even work for Fox. And he's not even in the know-how or that realm of privy to that information when it comes to how much the pay-per-view numbers with Deontay Wilder hasn't even put out. So you mean to tell me out of everybody, this guy is the only one that knows what the numbers is? And then not only that, if you just did a simple Google search of the guy's name that put it out, because most of the people I know the channel where they're getting it from. But if you
just do a simple Google search, like Brooklyn just said, and like Tyrone just said. The guy doesn't like the PBC. He's been having problems with Al Heyman for years, and there's many articles with him. There's articles with him. People discrediting his work. There's articles. There's many articles over there of people saying how accurate is this guy information and stuff like that. And people don't want to do their research. It's they don't care about whether or not you got people out there already sticking their necks out and saying that the pay-per-view numbers for Deontay Wilder is 2,500. Even if it is 2,500, who cares? Because at the end of the day, if Wilder fights Fury, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be around the same or more than what it did the first time. And then not only that is, when it comes to Anthony Joshua or Andrew Ruiz, how those numbers going to look then. And then the main thing at the end of the day is the fights that everybody wants to see is a fight including Deontay Wilder. Not a fight including Tyson Fury, not a fight including Anthony Joshua or Ruiz. It's a fight that is including Deontay Wilder. People out there want to say they want to see Deontay Wilder fight Dillian White. For what? For what? Because they created a narrative that Deontay Wilder is ducking Dillian White, and they have this nasty old sadistic sexual deviant thing when it comes to Dillian White, and they're ready to forget about his thing with UCAD and everything. That's the reason why you hear about Dillian White fighting on the undercard in Saudi Arabia, but ain't nobody out there questioning what the deal is with UCAD. Is it PEDs or is it something else? Is he still going through an investigation? They cleared him once to fight this guy. Can they clear him again? They're not questioning that stuff. They don't care. They just like, yeah, my man's could fight. He could get up in there, juiced up and stuff like that, because they're not even questioning who's going to be the boxing commission that's going to be over the fight. Word is on the street, the boxing commission that's going to be over the fight, yeah, it's going to be Saudi Arabia, but it's also going to be American. It's going to be an American boxing commission in there because Saudi Arabia doesn't have their bars up. So, these cats out here, they can say whatever they want to. They can do whatever they want. The fact still remains is that there's still something with Dillian White. You can't go out there just sticking your neck out there when somebody's saying something, when you have a channel, when you're coming off as like you spitting news just because it's the going rate. If you're going to make a thing that says Deontay Wilder bombed and only did 2,500 pay-per-view buys, well, then guess what? If it's more than that, I don't care if it's 4,000. I don't care if it's 5,000. I don't care if it's 10,000. It could be 200,000, 300,000. You put your foot in your mouth. And now you have to own up with the mistake that you have made. You know what I'm saying?
But these people don't have no shame, dog. Like they're not. Because they see these people are not like, a lot of these dudes are not like they don't have no integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just something that's lacking with these men. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's lacking with these men out here. Like they don't have no integrity. So if they make a statement in a video, they're not willing to come back in another video and say, hey, you know what? I was wrong. My apologies. You know what I mean? They're not willing to do that. It's just a ploy to just discredit Deontay Wilder and make it seem like he ain't shit. But at the end of the day, all these people is going to be eating some major crow, bro, because Wilder's on a mission, and I think he's going to spark all these dudes out, bro. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. That's the word. That's the word that should be used, Brooklyn. That's the word that should be used right there for these cats.
Because that's the thing that's sad is like it's not even about boxing with these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? It's like all these dudes that's doing, and don't get me wrong, I don't click on the videos. I just like see the titles. You can just tell by the titles. See all these people trying to discredit the man Deontay Wilder, but when they talking about Deontay Wilder, it's not about boxing. It has nothing to do with boxing. It's about just trying to put. It's just them trying their best to put their fucking foot on his neck or whatever. And unfortunately, you know what I mean, they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? They can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, What up, Laws? I see you up over there in the cut.
What's going on, Laws? What's popping, bro?
Man, here too. What's happening, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
Chilling.
Man.
Hey, Stormy, I forgot to send you. If I don't know if you're gonna have a panel, because I know you've always asking me to join your panel. I'm available today if you want to have a panel. So just letting you know.
Yeah, man, 100%. You're more than
Yeah.
welcome.
For
I
sure,
told
I
you your invitation is open, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I could definitely hop on there. I'm available today and stuff. So we good.
My thing is this with the pay-per-view buys, like literally, I don't know how people sit here and start doing front flips over 2,500 buys. I don't even know how that could be even entertained. Like unless those pay-per-views were sold physically on a market at the top of Mount Everest, there's no fucking way on earth it could be only 2,500 pay-per-view. That's not even possible.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? Even if it is 20, if it's 2,500 views, I really don't care. But you know, that's just that will also show fans that the money team ain't shit. You know, that'll show you like the money team ain't shit. Just because you attach your name to something does not mean it's gonna be a golden egg. I think that, you know, just like everybody else I think that, you know, Mayweather should have got his ass off that motherfucking couch and did a couple interviews, not praising Deontay Wilder, but at least supporting the fight.
Yeah.
Those two convertees. He didn't have to get up there and say Wilder is this, Wilder is that, blah, 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 whoop, do a whoop. All he had to get up there and say that this is going to be a good fight. Somebody's going to get knocked out.
Facts. Yeah. I wanted to touch. I wanted to touch on that real quick because I did my last video I uploaded. I spoke about the fight a little bit and speaking about and I pointed that out in the beginning of my video as far as with Mayweather Promotions. And I don't know, man, because like it seems like with the PBC model, it seems like okay, if they do a fight in New York, they're gonna work with a particular promoter. They do a fight in another city, they're gonna work with a particular promoter. It seems like Las Vegas, any PBC fight in Las Vegas, Mayweather Promotion is gonna have some sort of some sort of they're gonna do some type of work on it. And if I'm Deontay Wilder, next time there's a fight in PBC, and next time he's doing a fight, let's say Wilder's doing a fight in Las Vegas, if I'm Wilder, I would go up to Al Haymon and say, yo, please do not include motherfucking Mayweather Promotions in my event. You know what I'm saying? I don't want these people involved in my event because Mayweather himself did absolutely nothing to promote the event. He didn't do no photo ops. He didn't say anything about it. He didn't do nothing about it. Mayweather himself forget Leonard Ellerbe, because when you think of Mayweather Promotions, you're thinking about the fighter Floyd Mayweather, and that man did nothing. You know what I mean? The Mayweather channel had hardly anything. They didn't do hardly any videos on the goddamn fight. You know what I mean? They did more stuff for Logan Paul and KSI than the Wilder shit. And Logan Paul and KSI was on DAZN. They promoted their event way more than goddamn their own flagship fighter. So if I'm Deontay Wilder, I'll say, yo, Al Haymon, do not include these motherfuckers in my event, bro. Fuck them. We don't need them. I'm the guy. I'm the motherfucker that people are coming to see. You know what I'm saying? These guys didn't do nothing to promote their event.
And then, you know, if you're the head honcho and stuff like this of something, how the hell are you gonna send a jester to do your work?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he probably walking around with the seal of the king and stuff like that. But we don't work for you. We ain't in your realm, and we're not under your hierarchy. We don't know you like that.
Call a jester.
And then the only time Mayweather opened the only time Mayweather opened his big fat mouth was to announce that he's coming back in 2020. Just simply that's a way to just completely shit on the man Deontay Wilder. Fuck this dude, bro. Now I say that dude ain't shit, dog. I'm serious, man. That dude ain't shit, dog.
Brooklyn Charles.
What's good, man?
You all good, fellas?
What's popping, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I listened to Cali Enigma in the week, and Cali Enigma did a live stream, and he said when Wilder knocked Ortiz down, straight after he got counted out, or I can't remember actually to rephrase it, but he said something along the lines of when Ortiz either got knocked down or didn't make the count, Mayweather got up and walked off straight away.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? To hell with them. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
if Deontay Wilder is gonna do anything in Las Vegas, he shouldn't. There's no reason to include Mayweather Promotions.
Exactly.
Now, I mean, Bomb Squad Promotions need to take over the whole event.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying the hell with if Mayweather Promotions is gonna be involved in the event, then they need to fucking do their job and do some work. You know what I'm saying?
He's nothing but a hater anyway.
Say what?
He's nothing but a hater anyway.
That's what I'm saying. To hell with this dude, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. I think that was absolutely ridiculous. Now, I mean, you didn't like you talking about, oh, I fly here. Okay, if you're a Floyd Mayweather, you can't go over and chill with and go to Alabama and go to his camp and see how he's doing and shit like that. Give some words of encouragement, give some knowledge, give some game. Deontay Wilder is somebody, he would listen to a Floyd Mayweather if he had something positive to say. But all this guy want to do is try like not put in any work. You know what I mean? It's Mayweather Promotions. You are the guy, dog. You are the face of the fucking operation. It's not Leonard Ellaby, son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought that was wrong.
Great point, mate.
Fuck out of here, man. I ain't sharing no money. I'll be like, yo, bro, I don't want to share no money with that motherfucker. He's a billionaire. He has enough money. You know what I'm saying? Whatever money that got put that Mayweather Promotions got during the event, that shit needs to go to Deontay Wilder's pocket or to Bomb Squad Promotions pocket. You know what I'm saying? It needs to go to their bottom line. To hell with Mayweather, bro. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, you absolutely right, man. I don't know what was the I don't know what they was trying to do attaching their name to it, man.
Exactly.
I couldn't tell you because the first time we see Leonard Ellaby. Well, I already knew it was before I seen the interviews with Fox up in the gym with Deontay Wilder and Deez and all them already because it said it on the actual news article. But then when I see him in there and stuff like that, okay, P. Diddy back in the videos again. But at the same time is look what do you think would have happened if Mayweather would have showed up there and actual promoting the fight? Even you could have Leonard Ellaby around. He could have came, a couple of other fighters could have came and talked about the fight and stuff like that and boosted up. And then told, Deontay Wilder's like, hey, when we're doing something else, can you help us out? You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it doesn't seem like there's no type of teamwork. There's no type of really effort. That's like, people think that just because they attach their name, everything is going to go smoothly. It doesn't work like that over here. Matchroom Boxing and Frank Warren could do that over here in the UK and throw on an event and people will show up and people will buy the fight and stuff like that. But just because you attach your name to something like that does not mean Americans is going to come through and watch your fight. Does not mean Americans are going to buy your pay-per-view fight. And now that they're trying to turn this Tank Davis into a pay-per-view star, and that's out of their mouth, and they're gonna start off with Gambo and try to work his way up and stuff like that. But is they thinking that just by attaching their name, this is gonna happen when it already happened. How did Tyrone? How you say it? Organically, Tyrone?
Yeah.
Yeah. When Tank Davis fan base happened organically. You see what I'm saying? It happened organically. It didn't happen because of Mayweather Promotions and stuff like that. It's because he's a fair, good-looking brother. He's from Baltimore. They ain't really got nothing going on, and people are willing to come through and watch this guy fight. Just like when I was in Toledo, I used to live in Toledo. When Rob Easter fought at the Huntington Center,
downtown in Toledo, literally right across the street from my apartment building. I could see everybody walking in to the gates from my apartment building. A lot of people from Toledo went there and watched the fight, and it was a sold-out fight, and it was the first sold-out boxing event in the Huntington Center, period. And a lot of people, artists that come to the Huntington Center, don't even sell out.
Yeah.
And then when Rob Easter went to New York, people in Toledo were renting buses to drive down to New York just to watch his fight. So, you know, when you start thinking about it, things happen organically without the money team. When Rob Easter went to the West Coast, people flew out to go watch the fight. Yeah, the motherfucker lost and shit like that. But hey, they went out there to support their guy. People don't understand is that things happen organically. Just because something is attached to Mayweather does not mean it's going to be golden. Mayweather's trying to come back and fight somebody. What makes you think that's going to do good pay-per-view numbers? What makes you think that it's going to be one of his top 10 pay-per-views?
I know.
Because people are getting tired because what they have done to boxing is the reason why fighters can't get the look that they deserve. I'm not talking about the pay-per-views. I'm talking about what Mayweather and them has done is the reason why people can't get good looks in the sport of boxing anymore, because they turned a lot of people, they turned people out, and then and in turn they turned them off because people were made to look like a fool.
Yeah, that Mayweather Pacquiao shit fucked up boxing in a lot of ways, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
and then you went up over there with the McGregor thing, and you got these idiots thinking that Mayweather has a chance, and it was pumping it in the media like he had a chance, like Conor McGregor had a chance, knowing now, well, this dude didn't have no chance in no damn boxing ring. You see all the media that they put behind him to say that he could throw hands when everybody knew in the octagon he couldn't throw hands. And he couldn't wrestle. He can't wrestle.
Real talk, man.
He's what? Yeah. Hey, y'all, I got to get going, man. My pops over here being a nuisance. All right, y'all.
Bro.
Yeah.
Sweet, Mike.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like this shit. I was thinking about that the next day, you know what I'm saying, on Sunday. I didn't upload a video, but I was just like, damn, son, why the fuck? It just dawned on me, like, yo, why the fuck was Mayweather Promotions a part of the event in the first place, man? That shit kind of tripped me out.
Yeah.
That shit tripped me out.
I must admit, when I heard Cali say in his live stream, I thought, what the hell has Mayweather got to do with Deontay Wilder? As far as I was aware, he was a hater.
Yeah, but he didn't. But the reason why we bringing up Mayweather's name is not just because he his pussy ass said he was coming back in 2020, but on the banner, you know what I mean? The banner, Mayweather Promotions was a part of the event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my issue is these people didn't do nothing, hardly anything to promote the event, especially Floyd Mayweather. He's not the biggest fan of. He doesn't support Deontay Wilder.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think I've heard him say. I think I've heard him a couple times say, "Yeah, Wilder's a good fighter," but he's never backed him. He's never gave him his. He never really gave him that support. He never really put his neck out there for the guy. Never. You know what I mean? He goes when Showtime asks him. When Showtime asks him, "Oh, how you see the fight?" Oh, he's losing every round. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else, and everybody else runs with it, and knowing damn well. And to me, he wasn't losing every round in the Fury fight. He wasn't losing every round. You know what I'm saying? It's like these dudes. But you're not the biggest supporter of him. But he's still able to get some money out the event. Man, shit. If I'm Wilder, I'll say, fuck you, dog. You're not being a part of my event, dog. Sit your ass down somewhere, and if you want to come back in 2020, you put your full focus on whatever you doing. As far as Bomb Squad promotion business, you ain't getting no. You're not being a part of what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm building my name. I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm knocking these fools out. I'm building my fan base. know what I'm saying? The people who and a lot of people who support Mayweather, honestly, are not really fucking with Wilder too much because Wilder is a different type of cat. Know what I mean? Because to be honest with you, a lot of people who follow Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean, they attracted to him because of the lifestyle, because of the flashy cars and the women that's around him, the bought women that's around him, and just of the fresh, fly, and flashy aspect. You know what I mean? A lot of people are into that. But Deontay Wilder doesn't promote himself in that manner. You know what I mean?
Do you know what, Brooklyn Child? Them type of people, what you've just said, they're AJ fans. They're exactly the type of fans of Floyd Mayweather, or the exact type of fans of AJ. As in flashiness, looks, got the money, got the cars, got the women. I mean, I know AJ is not as flashy as Mayweather, nowhere near as flashy as him, but he's flashy, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he's in the limelight and stuff. That's the difference between a boxing fan and a casual. Well, I wouldn't even say a casual, because I know loads of people who like Mayweather and Anthony Joshua, and they don't know fuck all about boxing. It's just the lifestyle. They're sucked in by the lifestyle of them type of people.
Yeah. You know, but with Deontay Wilder, exactly. But Deontay Wilder, that's not his personality. Like, yo, I'm not gonna front, man. If you watch his past interviews, man, he is on a different type of time, man. He's not on this, you know, fresh, flying, flashy type of shit. You know what I'm saying? He's not on this this showcasing his $1 million life, his millionaire life, his showing off his lifestyle and driving in all these crazy cars and wearing a quote unquote $18 million watch, which is kind of ridiculous to me, but whatever, that's his money, whatever. You know what I mean? He's not on that time, bro. He's really on some righteous shit. You know what I mean? He really is, but a lot of people don't really attract to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the rap game. You know, a lot of rappers who are popular, you know, they talk about certain things. You know, they showcase certain things, but guys who's really, you know, on that studio really dropping some heat out there, that's really talking about some good subjects, and who's not really on that type of time, they ain't getting the same attention. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know what I mean?
That's what you've just said about the rap game. That's how I look at it in my life right now. I'm 43 years old. I grew up listening to hip hop or rap, whatever you want to call it. It came from the streets with me.
Oh yeah.
You know, like NWA, all the rest of them.
Public Enemy.
KRS-One,
Kane, Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, Cool. Was it Cool?
Cool G Rap.
Yeah, them. Naughty by Nature, all things like that. Tim Dog. It was from the streets. Now, well, over the last 15, 20 years over here, it's chart music. It's in the chart. It's perceived as this false life. You're a singer, you've got millions of dollars, you've got a big massive mansion, you have parties every day, you're sipping champagne, you've got loads of women, and you've got loads of money. That ain't fucking hip hop. That's bullshit. And like you say, the people who come from the streets who drop proper rhymes, they don't get a look in, do they?
No. I mean, they attract to. I mean, those type of artists, you know, they attract to, you know, to people who's about that, like who's about that. But in terms of boxing, you know, Deontay Wilder is not somebody that has the Mayweather persona. You know what I'm saying? He's on a different type of time, and then he's literally like a polar opposite. You know what I'm saying? He's Mayweather's light skin, Deontay Wilder's dark skin. Mayweather is fucking fucking wild. Mayweather is 5'5", is a fucking midget. Deontay Wilder tall and big and shit. Fucking
Yeah.
Mayweather fights in a smaller division. Wait, Wilder's a heavyweight. You know what I mean? Mayweather looks to outbox you. Wilder's looking to knock you the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It's just a polar opposite, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's really a polar opposite.
Man, that was some punch that was, wasn't it?
Ooh. Like when Wilder says don't blink, bro, that is a fact, dog. Because like the shit happened so fast because I was at the movies when it happened. It happened
you
so
said you were
fast.
going there, yeah.
I gotta like I jumped out my seat. And I saw him down, and I'm just like yelling in the theater. I'm like the only person standing up yelling and shit. Like, yeah, let's go. You done? You like I'm on the hollering. You know what I mean? But I didn't really see the punch. I just saw him go down. You know what I mean? But then when you saw the replay, I'm like, God damn, bro. Whew.
Oh,
That's that dude, man. Wilder's the fucking truth, dog. He really is, man.
Do you know what? I listened to a thing today on YouTube. It's called Galaxy MMA. I don't know if you've ever come across. I've never come across it before.
Galaxy MMA.
Yeah,
No, I never.
it's on YouTube, and there's a. I think he's a white lad. He's an American guy, and he's talking. He did a 10-minute or 11-minute podcast about Wilder, and everything what the guy said about Wilder was he just couldn't say it any better than what this guy said. Like, he's come from nothing, never had a look in when Anthony Joshua was champion. He was trying to promote himself, and everyone was putting him down. And now Joshua got beat off Ruiz. It did Wilder a favor, and Wilder's now, obviously, because that's what he was saying. He's fought Ortiz twice. Everyone ducked Ortiz. No one still doesn't want no smoke with Ortiz. And it's just proved that Wilder is the real deal. And he was saying, like, people need to start getting behind him, because if they don't get behind him, this guy he'll be forgotten about. Not as in like forgotten as in history. What he was meaning is he'll be forgotten about, like, as in now. It'll be 20 years down the line. People, the younger generation, will be saying, "Wow, wasn't he a great fighter?" And I agreed with what you want to go on. If you go onto YouTube and type in Galaxy MMA, it should be up there. You want to listen to what he says. It's everything what we speak about. Just bang on.
Then he
Yeah.
I caught the gloves are off.
Yeah, I seen that today out there, Tyrone. It's good money, that.
Yeah, he said, yeah, I think he quit.
Who said that?
Andy Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz thought who quit?
Joshua.
Oh, yeah. We know, we all know that. I mean, that's a fact.
Do you know what? You want to watch that? It's good. See how uncomfortable Joshua is.
No, I didn't even see it.
What was that?
Did you see how uncomfortable Joshua was when he said to Ruiz, "Do you think he quit?" And Ruiz was like, he didn't want to answer, but then he said, "Yeah, I think he did. I think
I think he quit." And then if he thinks that's his opinion.
Yeah.
Can I offer up something regarding that?
Yeah, go on. Salute, B-Man. You're right, bro.
Yeah, salute to you, bro. Yeah, when I listened to Anthony Joshua talk, not just about this fight, it was in between all his other fights and everything. He speaks with a rehearsed response.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is very textbook when it comes to that. And me being a coach and having worked with people in the gym, I'm going to tell you hands down the secret of what that's all about. That comes from a person who is marketably uncertain of themselves. So they grab a hold of like a statement, a way of explaining something, and they use that as their support system for being able to communicate feelings, thoughts, expressions of what they think people want to hear. Tyrone used the expression of being organic. Nothing about what he says is organic. If you listen to him speak, he speaks as if it is a prepared response or something that has been told to him in the event of being asked question, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
say this.
Programmed.
Okay. And to me, he fights the fucking exact same way.
Mm.
So this is why anyone who has the awareness of this, and I'm certain Ruiz does, because Ruiz has been in, like he said, he's been fighting since he was 5-6 years old. You see, so there's nothing you could do to talk to him, to get him off his square or anything. He's who he is. And on that show, he talked about the fact that, well, I don't have to hate the guy. He's like, I like him. My dad likes him or whatever. He's like, but in the ring, I'm going to take his head off.
Yeah, he did, B-Man. You're
See
right.
what I'm saying? And Ruiz, that was organic
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because it's who he really is. Joshua is still uncertain of who he is.
Yeah.
This man, after that loss, should have taken the rest of the year off, went into next year with new people around him. He could keep his same people, but bring some new blood in too to help him out, because he's going to run into more problems. You cannot pretend that the dam is not leaking and just think you're going to stick your finger in there and stop the drip. You understand?
Yeah. Facts.
And this is what's going to happen to this young man. And I'm telling you, I don't like saying these things or feeling that. I hope I am 1000% wrong, because if it is what I'm saying, it's going to be very ugly for him.
Yeah.
And all it takes is someone of substance to be able to expose and pull the rest of his skirt down.
Mm.
And a man like Deontay Wilder will do it. And he knows it. That's why he already made the statement. If I beat Ruiz, nobody better come to me talking about Wilder. Because that's his worst nightmare. He was worried about Wilder when he was fighting Ruiz the first time.
Facts.
Yeah, of course he was.
You know, that shows how fragile the guy is.
He
And you know
even
who
said
he
that in an
reminds me
interview.
of being that way? Now, looking back, that I see it, this other person that people loved, Mike Tyson, the most uncertain guy. Okay, he had a false bravado. He had a false exterior, a facade, and once Buster cracked it, the rest of it went to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never the same, was it?
In a nutshell. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, that.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because that's the thing with Wilder. Like when I listen to Wilder speak, I don't because you know a lot of times people want to associate Wilder with Mike Tyson or whatever. But to me, to be honest with you, I don't really compare the two, because I don't think it's like what Stormy B-Man said. I don't see a false bravado with Deontay Wilder. Like I believe everything that he says. You know what I mean? Like this is not somebody trying to put up a front for the media. Like what he is in front of the camera, I believe he is that way the same way outside the camera when he's not recorded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what makes him dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, listen, man.
That's what. Sorry to butt in.
Are you good?
Broken child. That's what, like what you've just said and what B-Man just said, that's what draws me to Wilder. It's the simple fact that throughout the years that I've watched him, is the confidence what the man's got. He's just got bags and bags of confidence.
Oh yeah,
and,
most definitely.
And AJ ain't got that. even in that today, like the gloves are off. There was moments in that interview when Johnny Nelson's interviewing him, and you can see that AJ's looking down at the floor, whereas Ruiz, I never seen Ruiz look down at the floor. Throughout the whole interview, he was staring AJ in the eyes.
Yeah.
And that to me is like what B-Man said. He ain't confident.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like with Anthony Joshua, I'll be honest with you. Like, you know, I'm not somebody that watches his interviews. Like, I honestly don't. Like, I don't click on none of his shit because I could tell I could tell the guy is rehearsed. I could tell the guy is a fraud. Like, I could tell the guy is just commercially trained. He's like a he's like a math. I don't want to use that word. You know what I'm saying? He's like a circus animal. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know what I mean? It's like I don't watch this guy, bro. I'm not gonna watch The Gloves Are Off. I don't really like listen to his fucking philosophical bullshit that he be talking about, bro. It's like, come on, dog. This is boxing. You're not a philosopher, bro. You're not a philosopher. This is boxing. Now I'm saying this is a poor man's sport, bro. Now I'm saying don't be trying to this guy be trying to act like he's like the smartest man in the room. Like, no, bro, you're a fucking fool. You're a fool because you look at the way you allow these crackers to control you and shit. You are a fool.
That's why Teddy Atlas failed. That's why Teddy Atlas fails, because he tries to come across like he's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah. Oof,
and when he tries to implement that with the fighters that he's working with, that's why they fall apart. You see, Michael Moore didn't never fall apart under Teddy because Michael Moore was a strong person inside. He was his own man, regardless of who worked with him. So that was totally different working with Michael Moore. But you saw it in the Vosket Bitterbeef fight that Bitterbeef wanted to quit.
Yeah.
Gave him one of those speeches and talked about how they're firemen and all of that crap.
Yeah, bullshit.
And he fell apart even more because he could not apply what Teddy was talking about to what he was facing in the ring.
Yeah.
You see? And if Teddy were a smarter person, supposedly knowing what he was working with, he should have stopped that fight in the corner in between rounds and said Vosket had a hurt injury or something, that threw his shoulder out, hurt his hand. He would have been able to mask his fighter coming apart mentally. But I saw him coming apart mentally. I saw it as a coach looking across from the other corner. I could see what was happening, and I knew he only had a round or so left, and he the very next round was when he got stopped. You have to be able to define these things by what you're looking at with the person, the character, and everything. And that's why I said Anthony Joshua going into this rematch, there will be some things that are telltale.
Yeah. Hey, B-Man.
Is Andy Ruiz now content because he won a belt and he's got some money? If he really wants to be a person to remain in the sport, it's all there on the table for him. Because I saw that fight with him and Parker. He beat Parker up.
Yeah.
Parker got a good decision there. The man can fight. The man can fight. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good. I completely agree, man. Yeah, and that's another thing with Teddy Atlas's dumbass, bro. Like I was watching his podcast. I just wanted to listen to his I just wanted to listen to the portion of talking about the knockout or whatever. And it just, I forgot the term, man, but he's like, he's acknowledging Wilder's power, but throughout the whole, okay, let's say he's talking about Wilder for like 20 minutes, right? Let's say 19 minutes and 30 seconds, he's shitting on the guy. But that 30 seconds, he acknowledges that he's the biggest puncher in heavyweight history. You know what I'm saying? It's like this guy refuses to see. I was listening because sometimes I like to listen to other coaches speak, like other trainers, like in other like mixed other martial arts and stuff like that. Sometimes I like to listen to them speak. And I remember I was listening to this one guy. He trains in jujitsu or something like karate or something like that. And he mentioned the fact that a lot of times coaches they are a hindrance to their fighters simply because it's like, you know, if they don't do things the way they want, if they don't do things the way they want you to do it, it's like they reprimand you or whatever. You know what I mean? They don't allow fighters to like essentially be themselves in a way. So imagine if a guy like a Teddy Atlas had a Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder probably wouldn't be as great as he is. You know what I mean? Like the man just don't understand that, dude. Deontay Wilder is just a different type of cat, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like he spends 19 minutes and 30 seconds shitting on the dude, but just one. But then he makes a couple phrases that he acknowledged that he's the biggest puncher in boxing history. You know, it's just this. I guess this like passive. I don't know what's the word I'm trying to think of, but yeah, man, it's just ridiculous, man. It's crazy. It's hell with him, bro. It's hell with the dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's the truth, bro. He's the best fighter on the planet, and man, he's knocking out everybody, bro. That's just how I look at it, man. Point blank and period. You know. So everybody's on mute. Okay.
What was that?
No, I was just saying, like, you know, I was just thinking everybody's mute. No, it's just crazy. It's just you know. You know one thing about Wilder, man, he's really a polarizing figure, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have they thoughts and opinions on the man, but you know, I think he's still. I think he will continue to reign supreme. I mean, reign supreme amongst all the bullshit that's around him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, bro.
There's not. The division is. There's not much out there to beat him. So.
I mean, man, if there were guys out there, you know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder, I truly believe Deontay Wilder could have succeeded in any era.
Oh, I don't know about it.
I think he could succeed in any era, bro. Now I'm saying that ability he has, bro. That's the has specialty is. He could succeed in any era, bro. I truly believe that. I truly believe that because you gotta think about it. Okay, you want to say the 80s or whatever? Because I think the 80s was an underrated good era, you know. But a lot of them guys was coked up. Think a coked up dude's gonna beat Deontay Wilder? No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You know, the 70s, bro. Anybody, all them dudes could get knocked out, bro. The way he sets these guys up, his ring IQ, his power, you know what I'm saying? His jab, his underrated left hook. You know what I mean? He but listen, there's no heavyweight in the history of boxing that could take a flush shot from Deontay Wilder. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
And there's something else to add to that, Brooklyn. He's fighting the right people, which gives him confidence when he has success over them. Recertification of that what he's doing is right, is proper. So he's going about it the right way. The fact that he defeated Luis Ortiz twice and knocked him out both times, and the way that he knocked him out were two different types of knockouts.
Yeah.
You know, the first fight was a little bit of a battle.
Yeah.
And he put him down a few times, but he got shook up himself. And, you know, it was like that whole thing about the unknown. He came through that knowing I could take it too. You see?
Yeah.
That's what he brought into this fight, that he could take it. And that the confidence that he knew Ortiz couldn't. Not from him, at least, you see. So he had that advantage going for him. And then when the success of the knockout in the second fight happened, that gives him even more confidence going forward. And that what he does with his ring IQ, his experience, he knows that he is operating on a different plane, a different level than the rest of these guys.
Yes, sir.
You see, it would take an experienced fighter who knows those things that he's learning to contend with him. That's why when someone asked me on one of the shows last week, well, Stormy, who do you think could give Wilder trouble? And I said there are two heavyweights that I think of right off the top of my head. And one would be Larry Holmes, because Larry Holmes was a freaking professor. It didn't matter how big a puncher you were, how athletic you were, how much power you had, any of that. Because Larry knew how to fight, and he knew how to do things to get through a fight and use his experience. The other person would be Lennox Lewis, because Lennox Lewis had the same that Larry had, maybe not to the extent of Larry, but he had greater size, strength, and power. And do not underestimate Lennox's IQ.
Oh, yeah.
Every fight that he had that he lost, when he came back and avenged his loss, he made the person look far less than they were that first time. So that's someone who's smart and learned their craft and know how to implement things, when they face up. So Wilder, he wouldn't be able to just knock Lennox out, even though people could look at Lennox as being a little chinny, okay? Because Lennox could protect himself, especially against a fighter that's a serious threat. And he would make you make a mistake that he could capitalize on. And Larry Holmes, my goodness, very underappreciated fighter, but could fight big men who were faster, men who punched harder. There's a whole wealth of fights through his record and history that you could go back and look at how he beat guys, all different types of ways, but primarily within everything was the guile and the ring IQ.
I see a couple. Salute to Kenneth Johnson in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I acknowledge about Wilder, and a lot of people don't really point this out. I think he's having it's not. I feel like he's having a late prime, similar to like a Sergio Martinez and Bernard Hopkins, due to the fact that he started so late. So even though he's 34, people would think, oh man, that's old. But you look at him, he's still fast. You know what I mean? Like, he's still very explosive. The footwork is still there. Like, this is a well-oiled machine we talking about. You know what I mean? This is not some cupcake dude. Like, this is a well-oiled machine. And even though he's 34, he's still I still feel like even though he's 34, he moves and he moves like as if he was like in his mid-20s.
Totally agree with that.
He's not slow. He's not slowing down. I feel like he's only getting better, especially from a mental standpoint, because he understands that, I just knocked out the arguably the second best heavyweight in the world twice.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if, people are gonna discredit Luis Ortiz due to the fact that he didn't get any other title opportunities. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are running with this. They'll say things like, "Oh, who has he beat?" and all this shit, but they don't want to acknowledge the fact that these other top guys are not trying to fight him. You know what I mean? Klitschko didn't fight him. Povetkin didn't fight him. David Haye didn't fight him. Like, anybody that worth mentioning did not fight the man. So how are you gonna say, who he beat? You know what I'm saying? He did not get the opportunities. You know what I mean? Because they understand the skill set. See, what these people don't need to understand is what a lot of fans are saying on the internet. This is not what's being said behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, they understand he's one of the best heavyweights in the world, Luis Ortiz. Like, they understand this. They understand he is a tough fucking cookie. You know what I'm saying? They understand. They see the South, even him being a southpaw. You don't really see a lot of southpaw heavyweights like that. That's not something you see on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? There was a time, if I'm not mistaken, there was a time in boxing where if you was a southpaw, they'll change you to orthodox. It's off rep. Like, I ain't training no southpaw. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that a testament to the type of division we have here? I mean, I don't know. I'm younger. I get bored super easily. And I'm not blown away by, any of these guys in the division. Nobody impresses me to the point where I'm hollering out my seat. I just see it as it is. Wilder is the best right now, and that's it. I'm not blown away by any of these guys. It's just the division or these fighters. Nobody,
Do you know why? Do you know why, Tyrone? You're not blown away, bro.
because I'm young and I don't
No,
care about,
no,
I
because
have like the attention span of a hamster.
no, bro, you're not blown away because we're older than you, and you're not seeing the fights what we saw 10, 12, 15 years ago, 20
Absolutely,
years ago.
absolutely, Laws. Absolutely, bro. And I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to step
No,
on.
no, go on, no,
I
go on,
was
bro.
just agreeing. I was just agreeing.
You're all right,
And also, I want to say this about Tyrone. Tyrone is very smart because when he say that he's not blown away, that means that he's not attached to the mindset of a lot of the people of today.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
what's happening is people like style and flair over substance now.
Yeah, man.
Any person who's been on this earth at least 35 years or more could tell you style and flair that goes in and out of style, but substance remains a lifetime. Okay, that's the difference right there.
Facts,
That's
man.
Yeah, that's the 100% difference. And so when you are not, your spirit isn't being fed by this stuff, and you can't take all of the rhetoric, all of the pantomime that they put before you, and you looking at it like you could tell something wrong, even if you can't put your finger on it. You could tell there's something is just not right here. That's why Luis Ortiz needs to be celebrated as well, because don't forget, he went in there and fought Wilder twice himself. Every bit of a threat that Wilder thought he was to him, he thought that of Wilder. And they both have the respect. And guess what? 20 years from now, in the annals of history, they'll be able to run across each other and look at each other, give each other a hug and say, hey, man, you gave me your best, I gave you my best. And they'll have respect there because that's what all of the others in history did.
Yeah.
Whether they liked each other or not, they had to give one another credit for being the man who stepped to the plate of a challenge. And whether one prevailed over the other or it went back and forth and turned into a trilogy or whatever, there's a certain amount of respect given when someone challenges and rises to challenges, whether they are victorious or not. It's one of the things that make us like the sport. I did a video a while back where I talked about the significance of rematches in the sport of boxing and how you're not seeing it today because nobody wants to really accept a challenge. They want everything laid before them. They want everything. Look at young people today. You say, hey, man, why don't you do this for me and I'll pay you XYZ? Oh, man, that's too much work. That's what they say. It's like money just fall into their pockets or something. You try to give this person an opportunity to make some bucks. They don't want to do that. You tell them, hey, they hiring down the street over here at such and such. Okay, what time you got to be there? Oh, you got to be there at 7 a.m. Oh, that's too early.
Yeah.
At that time. Get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah, facts.
That's true.
Fact, bro.
That's true. B-Man, just going a little bit off the subject, but sort of in the same thing.
Yeah, same. I'm about to go.
Tonight, my son spent £10 on football cards, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Because it's the latest craze to have these football cards. They're £1 each. You get 10 packets, and I'm thinking to myself, I said to him, do you know how hard it was when I was your age to get £10? But now the kids of today, they just £10 is like it's like nothing. It's like what you say. When I was a kid, I had a paper round and stuff. I was up in the morning before I went to school to go deliver my papers and then get changed and then go to school. You don't get kids doing that these days.
Yeah,
they want everything on the plate for them, don't they?
Our kids, going around with their shovels and shoveling snow for people for money. Like
No.
I used to do that. I used to do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? I used to shit. It was snowing outside. Shit, it'll be me and a couple other homies. You know, be knocking on doors like, hey, you know, you like you like your shovel? I mean, you like your snow being shoveled and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, how much you charge? Like, yeah, we charge X, Y, and Z. Okay, yeah, sure. You know, I wonder if people doing that nowadays. You know,
or in summertime, you go around knocking on people's doors if you want wash the cars and stuff. Ain't nobody doing that, and it's going back to what B-Man was relating to about like the past fights. That's why Tyrone, and like I totally agree what B-Man said. Tyrone is a smart dude. He can't get to grip with today's fighters because they're nothing like what they were 10, 15, 20 years ago, where 4 or 5, you would see the heavyweights were mixing it up. Even the likes of Bert Cooper, Razor Ruddock, Tommy Morrison, Ray Mercer, all them. Like B-Man said last week, the lower tier. What was it this week? I heard B-Man say, yeah, it was in your live stream, Tyrone, what you did the other day.
Yeah. B-Man was like, he said, he was like. He said, I'm not really too worried about the lower tier heavyweights.
Exactly. Because they should be fighting each other anyway. And he's damn right what he said.
Yeah.
And the lower tier heavyweights in nowadays, or the mid-range ones were like Tommy Morris, you know, they were in the top 6, top 7.
Yeah.
Ray Mercer and that. They were fighting each other to try and get that mandatory spot. But now it's just, I don't know, they're all just looking for an easy way, like Dillian White.
Yeah, Laws, I don't know if you heard me last time, but I was like,
Go on, bro.
during the Ortiz-Wilder fight, and you have Mackie was all the way in the back of the arena doing something for Fox. He said, do you want a piece of that? if I can. I want a piece of that. And then Brazil calls him out. And Kalnacki says, I don't have enough time to prepare. And then Charles Martin calls Brazil out, and Brazil said he didn't want to fight him.
See what I mean?
The chain of
yeah, bro. That's ridiculous, man.
That's why you got to get behind Wilder, man. 'Cause in my eyes, like I say, I ain't an arse licker. I ain't a creep. I ain't anything. I'm just a pure boxing fan. I don't know a lot about the sport. I'm not on no B-Man level or Brooklyn Child level, but I know a little bit about boxing. But I appreciate Wilder for the simple fact of he's the only one who's singing and dancing in my eyes. He's the only one. He's got bags of confidence. He wants to fight the best. He wants to cement his name in the history books in a league where it's full of divas. So that's the reason why I follow him. Plus, he gives you the knockouts.
And then on the other hand, you have people like, oh, if I beat Ruiz, I want everybody to bow at my feet.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know he was a marshmallow man.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then Dillian White's coming out, putting on Twitter, well, if I fought 41 tomato cans, then I'd have a 100% knockout ratio. Well, hang on a minute. You were offered to fight Dominic Brazil. You ducked him. You were offered to fight fucking Pulev. You ducked him. You were offered to fight Luis Ortiz twice.
Ducked him.
And you ducked him. So, yeah, fuck off. The bitches don't want the Brooklyn Child.
And you know what though? I'm glad he feels that way because again, time and time again, you got these guys who they think about Deontay Wilder and they feel, oh, he's just somebody with the right hand. Hey, think that. That's fine. Know what I'm saying? But you're gonna acknowledge the fact. But while you think he just has a right hand, he's just setting your ass up to fucking knock your ass out. You know, it's like you think about the sport of boxing, it's not just this guy is not just throwing punches and landing, bro. It's like he knows what he's doing. He's setting these guys up, man. You know what I'm saying? The way, even that, and then also too, there's something that he acknowledged. He was talking about how, I think it was one of these I think it was the post-fight interview, and he pointed out, like, yeah, when we watched the last fight, when we watched the film, he understood that, you know, he was telegraphing shots, so he's working on hiding the right hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you look at the his knockout against Luis Ortiz, well, for one, the shit that amazed me was the fact that he knocked him out on the forehead. He hit this man on the forehead.
True.
The forehead, and knocked this man out senseless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but the fucking forehead, that's a fucking hard bone, dog. You know what I mean? That's a hard ass bone. And for this man to knock him out, and he hit him on the forehead, bro. And then, despite him hitting on the forehead, the way he threw the right hand, he just blinded him with the left. He didn't load up. He was standing. He didn't load up at all. He just threw it. Pow!
Can I just say something quick? I'm going to shut up because I keep butting in.
No, you good, bro.
I say it all the time, and I said it on my video, and I'll admit, if you watch my video on the build up to the fight, I said I was on Tyrone's level. I wasn't too excited about the fight. I was excited that it was going to happen, but I just knew it wasn't going to be on the same level as the first fight. The first fight was a fantastic fight. That was a classic. Best fight of 2018, the Ortiz Wilder fight, the first one. Phenomenal fight. That was a war. The second fight, I wasn't looking as forward to it because I seen Wilder just improve so much since that fight. I just knew he was going to beat him, but after watching the second fight, after watching it, I've seen a totally different side to Wilder. I will agree, he was losing more rounds than he was winning.
Yeah,
But,
58-56.
But I saw a side of him that I'd never seen before. I saw a side of him, of a patient. He reminded me sort of like a lion. He was waiting in the bushes. He was just, he was waiting for his prey to come to him rather than him go to his prey. He was waiting and waiting and waiting. I saw a little bit of frustration from him. I think it might have been the third or fourth round where Ortiz caught him with the overhand left and he beat his hand on his chest as if to say, come on. But he kept calm after that. I was listening to Adam Smith talking bullshit, saying Ortiz has got him in his pocket. He's manoeuvring Wilder exactly where he wants him. I was thinking, no, he isn't. Wilder's going with him. Wherever Ortiz moves, Wilder moves. And I saw a patient, a complete, not a different fighter, patient, stayed calm, looked for that one opening, bang, lights out, good night, Vienna. And he knew it was coming. And then when I listened to this press conference and heard him say, well, fighters, some guy said, well, you were behind on the scorecards. You were behind on all three judges' scorecards. And Wilder said, well, a fighter needs to be 100% for 12 rounds against me. I only need to be 100% for 1 second. And I thought, you fucking smart guy. What a great answer that is.
Yeah, bro, it's a fact. Dog. It really is, man. It really is. And the thing that's trippy too is like, because throughout the whole buildup, right? Everybody was pointing out the seventh round. Oh, Ortiz had him in the seventh round. Ortiz was having success in the seventh round, and then in the fucking fight, he knocks him out in the seventh round, bro. Like the guy, like I'm telling you, bro, it's something special that's going on with this shit. You know what I mean? Like I remember Tyrone earlier. He said, "I'm not really like none of these guys." You mentioned that none of these guys like really I guess it impresses you like that. Shit, I'm damn sure impressed with Wilder, bro. Because in my time, like obviously I haven't been watching as much boxing as Stormy B Man, but in my time watching boxing and even looking back in past fights or whatever, I have never seen nobody like a Deontay Wilder, bro. Never seen no man like a Deontay Wilder. No fighter like a Deontay Wilder.
But
you know what I mean?
Right.
Never seen it.
I don't know how long you followed Deontay, but I was following him before he fought, Stavern. I mean, Calvin, The Price is Right. Who else did he fight?
Calvin, The Price is Right.
Yeah, that was good. Wardrobe camp. Nobody wanted to fight him.
Yeah.
Miocic had been bent over so many times. He got him out of there. I mean, Wilder was fighting in ballrooms probably up until his, I want to say, 18th, 20th fight. So the guy had a lot of experience. So when it came to this level, I'd already seen so much of him,
Yeah.
One fights is a lot of fights. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, I have the attention span of a hamster.
No, I mean, I'll admit, like for me, bro, I'm gonna admit, like, first time watching Wilder, because we're used to, because for me, Wilder was just so unorthodox. I didn't really catch on as much as other people, but you just see him. But obviously, the power was something crazy. But he's knocking out some lesser guys or whatever. You see the powers there. You know what I mean? But then you just realize, like, yo, he just continuing to knock everybody out. He's just continuing to stop these guys. He's continuing to beat the shit out these dudes. And it just came to a point like, yo, bro, we have something here. You know what I mean? He's not whatever he's doing to upper tier opponents, he was doing to lower tier opponents. You know what I mean? Like, I understand, Dominic Brazil probably looked at as somebody that's not like the best heavyweight in the world, but one thing about Dominic Brazil, that dude comes to fight, man.
Yeah.
I said he was a bum. I said he was a bum before and after the fight. I think Dominic Brazil is trash, but the problem is the AJ fans. Before he fought AJ, he was the 18-0 undefeated Olympian.
Yeah.
Dominic Brazil. A lot of guys don't understand this, right? And Mr. Boxing Today talked about this. Go search up All-American Heavyweight Camp by Don King. This was in 2010, 2011. Now, Don King tried to start up as the name says, a heavyweight camp to save the heavyweight division from the boredom of the Klitschko's. So in that were carpenters, construction workers, Dominic Brazil, failed football players, Charles Martin. And this is what we got. Guys who literally just started boxing not even 7-8 years ago. So people have to know the truth behind this and not say the truth when it works for them in certain situations like AJ or Wilder. They have to know it from the get-go. And I knew he was trash. I mean, he went life and death with it. Amir Mansour knocked him out, but he got his jaw.
But Amir Mansour is no bum. You see, this is what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think Dominic Brazil's best attribute.
Amir Mansour did a 10-year bid. He's old as fuck.
Yeah, but but boxing have a history of guys who spent time in prison, came out and been successful in the sport.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a load of guys who's had, because in some prisons they have boxing programs in there. You know what I mean? So regardless whether you did your 10-year bid or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you still gaining experience in the sport of boxing. So what if he was boxing from the time, okay, he never boxed before, but he did a 10-year bid and started boxing. Hey, listen, get out, you get out of prison and you can turn pro and make some money and feed yourself and your family.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them great shapes. That doesn't make them great fighters.
No, I'm not saying he's a great fighter, but what he is a durable guy.
Yeah, durable.
And that's a good attribute to have. I mean, like, one thing I'm gonna say this with Dominic Brazil. One thing I respect about the guy is the man comes to fight. The guy is no chump. he is not a pussy in there. You know what I'm saying? Like even like he's fighting guys and he get knocked down, gets back up. Like he has a lot of moxie about the man, about himself, and that's something that I do respect about him. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I think if Dominic Brazil fought a Dylan White, I mean that's a damn good fight. I think that's a damn good fight.
It'd be a good slugfest fight, wouldn't it?
Hey, what's going on, Alex? What's going on, bro?
Alex,
I'm good, man. How are you?
Chilling, man.
Yeah,
bro. That's a durable guy. But Deontay Wilder, it's a different animal. That's why I truly feel like Deontay Wilder will be successful in any era, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you walking into the ring thinking, oh, he's just some unorthodox guy with just a powerful right hand. Let me just circle left to go to get away from the right hand, and I should be fine. But what you're not understanding is like he's setting a trap. He is picking you apart from a mental standpoint. You know what I mean? Mentally, because that's the beauty about Deontay Wilder from a mental standpoint, man. He's a different beast, man. He's not just some machine who's throwing the right hand and landing and shit like that. He knows how to deliver that missile. And as far as Luis Ortiz, listen, maybe what I'm saying is outlandish. It is what it is. But I think Luis Ortiz could have competed in any era as well. I truly believe this. I don't believe past heavyweights blows through Luis Ortiz in 2 rounds. I don't believe that either. I mean, maybe Stormy B-Man could talk about, okay, how would Luis Ortiz fare in past eras? But shit, I think he could perform very well in past eras too.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Luis Ortiz is a damn good fighter. It's just with his style, him being a counterpuncher. See, Luis Ortiz is a counterpuncher, so he's not going to always be in thrilling fights. Now, I mean, for him to be in intriguing fights, the other guy needs to throw some punches and bring it to him. You know what I mean?
So
guys
he fights at their competition level.
Thing is, man, though, I honestly believe this is why I stressed on my video. I would have loved to have seen Luis Ortiz and Wilder 3-4 years ago. I would have loved to have seen
Ortiz 10 years ago.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Tyrone. If the man's still at that, I completely went off Luis Ortiz after the Christian Hammer fight because
same.
I just thought he didn't look the same in any of his 3 fights. The Koofman fight,
Hammer broke his nose as well, didn't he?
Hammer broke his nose.
Yeah. He just didn't look the same. But he showed me on Saturday night that the man he's still a great fighter, but I don't know. I'd love to Ortiz to someone like the winner of Ruiz, Joshua, give him a shot. And I would have loved to have seen him had his shot a couple of years ago when he was the boogeyman of the division.
I wanted to see how good he was when he was like in his actual prime.
Exactly.
If anybody thinks he's 40, he's got the oldest 40-year-old in the world.
I think I think he's 40. Why wouldn't he be 40?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm intrigued over that. Look at Povetkin. Povetkin's 40.
Supposedly.
Yeah, but they're 40-year-olds.
Bernard Hopkins. Remember him?
Who?
Yeah.
Bernard Hopkins.
Oh yeah, but they call him the alien for a reason.
He actually looks like one too.
He was in the LDBC, calls him Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben's
Blood
right.
boxing.
Blood.
He even did a Uncle Ben segment as well. That shit was funny. I need to see about downloading that one.
Uncle Ben's
You know why I'm not blown away with all these heavyweights is because there's question marks next to all of them. Like
they're fighting each other. I told you before, bro.
Brazil, not that good. White's been hurt multiple times. Former kickboxer, 7 amateur fights.
Cherry picker as well.
Cherry picker. AJ, enough said about him. Fury, When was the last time he had a world title win?
Yeah.
Who did he ever beat other than Klitschko?
Nobody.
And let's be real.
Zora.
Let's also.
Sure, yeah, that's probably good
I know
point.
Wilder wasn't 100%, but he should have gotten that other marshmallow out of
Derek Chisora is a used condom.
Fury.
Oh,
I
Tell
mean,
you what, though,
plus, it's got all plus involved to it.
Sure, man, give him his
Kalmaki
due.
has high blood pressure. He's about to bowl over any minute now.
That's a good fight, Derek Chisora Kawanaki.
Yeah, that would be
See,
a good fight.
see, that's a
Yeah.
fight I'd want to watch, but it's never going to happen though.
Yeah. Because they both got shit fucking body movement and footwork, but they can both bang.
But I think Kanaki's got the, he's got the more cardio, I'd say.
Yeah, and plus
And he throws like how many punches?
yeah, he throws a
think-
lot of punches.
because I remember
Oh,
Tyrone, I remember you mentioned that with Konaki, you talked about how like he turned down the fight with Brazil, but you got to remember too, let's just like hypothetically, if Ruiz defeats Anthony Joshua again,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and let's just say the belts get stripped. The IBF and the WBO. We know the WBO is going to get stripped, but let's just say he's stripped of the IBF. You know, for the vacant title, it's going to be Konaki and Pulev.
Yeah.
If you ask me, I think he could beat Pulev.
I think so too. I think
I do. Yeah, me too.
is on the super slippity slide. I think his resume is absolute shit. He's beaten nobody other than Sam Peter, who went life and death with James Toney, by the way, at 38, who was never a heavyweight to begin with. And James Toney beat him in that fucking first fight. Everybody knows it. And then he goes out and fights Klitschko, and then Klitschko gets dropped 4 or 5 times and still ekes out a decision. So
Yeah.
go
That's disgusting that was against Samuel Peters. Yeah.
I'm not enamored with this division today or the past decade. All of these guys have question marks. You can run it back for life and death with old motherfuckers. It's just back and forth. I'm not blown.
You're right. You're right, Tyrone. You're right. What you
And
saying?
then they're charging the $75 on top of that motherfucker too. We're charged $75 for bullshit fights or $25 for bullshit fights. They're supposed to be fighting in the first place.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
Boxing
right, Tyrone. You're right, bro.
in the world that we get bent over like fuck. I mean, they're basically on top of a balcony. They zip their pants down. They're hosing us right now.
Tyrone, that's happening over here now, bro.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's happening over here with the AJ price up at 5.
I'm
You
so
watch.
proud of it.
You watch, right, bro. You mark my words, and you save
Right.
this video. This time
Right.
next year, pay-per-view fights will be £40 over here.
Oh,
I'm telling you. And then the year after, they'll be
Yeah.
fucking £50-60.
Remember that saying, Loz? The supply demand. It goes up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if Brooklyn or you, Stormy, like follow politics heavily, but I remember when it was the last campaign, the last season. Jeb Bush fucking said on the tour bus to Carolina, he said, "Man, Trump is getting so much media attention. I might as well pull my pants down and moon everybody, and I still wouldn't get anything." And that's basically what boxing is doing to us now.
Yeah. That's why
They're
it's
moving.
important that you Americans pay for Wilder pay-per-views, because that's the only real champion you've got. I mean, you've got Ruiz.
But you see, even that's why I'm hesitant to pay for his or anybody's pay-per-view.
Yeah, but he's the only American, though, Tyrone. He's
No, but
willing
think
to
about
put his life on the line.
But think about it. Think about it like this. When Brooklyn, you touched on it. The rest of those guys, we pay for Wilder.
Right.
In reality, Leo Santa Cruz hides behind him. Miguel Flores hides behind him. That Brandon Figueroa dude with his fake modeling career at 105 pounds hides behind him. Everybody hides behind him. So we're stuck. You know what I mean? So this $75, it's good intention, but it's going to those guys too who aren't doing anything for the sport.
Right. They can all go to hell for me, them guys.
Yeah, fuck them.
Was you? Hey, Alex, would you call them Mexican jumping peaks?
Mexican vanilla midgets or Mexican jumping beans.
Vanilla midget.
Ay, arriba. Tranquilo.
Tranquilo.
Brooklyn, you said it best. You said
What's the
those guys are
G-Man got to say?
You said those guys are hiding behind him. Didn't you say that last week, Brooklyn?
I don't think I said it in those terms. Maybe I phrased it
No,
differently.
you did. You said those people on the undercard were hiding behind Wilder. They were hiding behind Wilder because Wilder's the attraction, not them. They know they can't punch shit out. Leo Santa Cruz knocked a ton of people out the other day. The crowd, we couldn't get back on our feet. We were so asleep. Oh, well,
go on, Tyrone. Go on, brother.
Yeah.
You can't hurt nobody.
Tyrone's been waiting to get this off his chest. Go on.
Facts.
He couldn't hurt nobody. Worth of nothing. The guy can't fucking punch worth of shit. He can't hurt somebody if you paid him. The guy has nothing on his punches whatsoever. He's got fucking feathers on those motherfuckers. He's putting people to death, and he expects us to be co-main event and pay for him and get behind him. Oh, I want Gary Russell to move up.
Gary Russell Jr.
Boxing is a joke. That's why people like KSI and Logan Paul or whatever can slink in here and make their money, slink back out, and they'll slink right back in again a couple months later.
Yeah.
Laws, you guys, Alex.
One guy said to me, Logan Paul's making a mockery of boxing. I said, yeah, they are, but guess what? The boxers that you support let him do that. Had they did what they had to do in the freaking first place, this would never happen. And if it did happen, no one would give a shit about it.
Facts. Like you said the other week, Alex, how the fuck, or was it mine? How the fuck does fucking Devin Haney and fucking Billy Joe Saunders bow down to two YouTubers and fight on the undercard? What a fucking disgrace that was.
And another thing too is like, because I didn't watch those fights. I didn't get a chance to watch those fights. But
Billy Joe's getting his ass kicked.
No, but the thing that tripped me out was when I found out when I'll come out on my shit. Oh no, shit. No, the thing that tripped me out, because especially for Devin Haney, like they put this man in against some dude, and Trey X was talking about it. Like they put this man in, and this is a replacement opponent. They put this man in against a freaking guy who had an amateur record of like 126-4 or some shit, undefeated, bro. I'm like, dog, why are you putting him in against this type of opponent? Find yourself a road sweeper so Devin Haney can knock him out, man. Why you like my question is, did Devin Haney gain more fans after that fight? I didn't see the fight, but from what people were telling me, is like it didn't come across like God, like Devin Haney, put up a spectacular performance, because he was in there with a decent fighter, a good fighter, bro.
Yeah. And the only good thing I think, what I thought about Devin Haney fighting on the undercard of that was publicity wise, because everyone was strung up on this KSI and Paul Logan shit. It was it was drawing casuals to the sport, wasn't it? Plus people who don't know fuck all about boxing, i.e. YouTubers who follow them. So the only thing what I saw good coming out of it for Devin Haney, okay, it was a disgrace in fighting on the undercards, but I just saw it as a bit of a good publicity stunt, because he got to show his talent. I totally agree with what Brooklyn was saying. Apparently, I've not seen the fight myself because I didn't pay for the pay-per-view. I wasn't paying for that shit.
Usman the drug, man.
Not the Devin Haney shit. I wasn't paying for that KSI shit. But I'm a big believer of Devin Haney. I can't wait to watch his career unfold.
Oh yeah. Devin Haney's gonna be true.
The thing is with these events, right? like the Paul Logan fight or whatever. Even these ones in Saudi, Mike just left. He said right before he left, he said, you know, nobody's going to talk about the UCAD sample or anything. God forbid some of these media, and he's right. God forbid your media, man, if you open your mouth about, you know, UCAD or you say one wrong thing, you're back on the plane to Heathrow. hotel card canceled. You're back home. Or you're back in JFK, wherever the fuck you're from. Or Antarctica. They say they put you right back. And you'll never, ever get into an event again. So
Tyrone, look at Michelle Joy Phelps, man.
Uh-huh. Shut the
Hey, my bands. Hey, my bands.
She's not even that bad. She really needs to look at herself in the mirror. Maybe the
Englishman, she's 20.
She's not
Tyrone.
No, but
Tyrone, she's 20.
No. Wait, I don't know what I meant by bad.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Go on. Say it.
Well, I meant by she's not even that bad. I'm saying she doesn't even look. She's not even that hot. Like she doesn't even look that good. Some of these
in England, she's a 20.
Licking her asshole, trying to get in there. I mean, there are better looking bitches than her. Believe me.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah, go ahead.
You look at her and look at Radio Raccoon.
Yeah,
they're paid. They're paid, and Coogan Cassius. I can't stand that motherfucker. Yeah, they're paid by the end though. They're paid to ask the right questions because they're not gonna say the questions what the fans want to say because, like you just said, Tyrone, you're back on the plane with a foot up your arse and said back to where you come from. She lives in Manchester now. Michelle
Johnny Nelson, man. What the fuck?
Oh,
I hate him, man. Go on, Stormy. Say what you think about him. Go on, Stormy.
No, he's just, there are company men, and then there are cleanup men. He's a fucking cleanup man. It's like, he just all in, a lot of what he says has no rationale, man. It's like at some point for him, it's just like shut the, what up, man. It's like it's too much.
And he's programmed by Skylight. Joshua is by Matchroom.
You can't even say anything negative to these guys. I saw that one with a Callum Smith's trainer, Gallagher. Why don't you piss off talking about a rematch? What are you talking about? He just asked one normal question that everybody else was asking, and he just got so upset. He couldn't believe, how dare you ask me a good question?
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even get a chance to see that fight yet, but a lot of people, I seen a lot of like video titles. People were really thinking that Ryder won the fight, man.
Yeah. And then right back, the same IFL stuff, the same Joy Phelps stuff, the same seconds out stuff, the same is Boxing Social even still a thing? I mean, all these guys, they walk around here with their cameras.
Olga wants to help me out with them.
Yep, and if they could point their camera up these guys' asshole, they would. I mean, they're so deep in it, pause. And then they come down to Saudi Arabia and play the same games. I don't want to see it.
Yo, on a quick side note, man, dude, I've never heard anything like this. I'm seeing video titles. The guy that Oscar Valdez was supposed to fight,
yeah, came in
11 pounds over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who? Sorry. Who did?
Some Mexican jumping beat.
He came 11 pounds over.
11 pounds overweight, man.
Is this for the title?
Yeah. Or Eliminator, something like that. Let me think.
I'm gonna tell you something, guys. This is the Canelo effect.
Yeah.
No, don't laugh. Don't laugh. That guy has been made to do what he wants and as he pleases in the sport. Only him. Now, you look at the other fighters that have done this over the past few weeks. We've had events. It was one on the undercard of the Wilder fight.
Yeah.
The guy Seha that was coming in for
4 pounds over.
yeah. I mean, dude, the lack of discipline and the lack of professionalism, there has to be a price paid. And because Canelo has been allowed over the past 5 years to go up and down through the divisions at artificial weights, that's what I call them, where he's not really contesting at the contracted weight for a division, you know, he's been allowed to navigate that. So in retrospect, he has had advantages over certain opponents that the casuals can't see. And that's the battle at the scales. And also what a person can weigh the day of the fight. See, all of that don't usually get put out there. I mean, we find that information because through our contacts and associations and affiliations, we learn what's happening. But these people that are just the casuals and they don't have that access, which is why it's so important for us to report on this. You're starting to see that type of thing that's happening in the sport. They're going to have to do something about it now, because how many times has this happened since, let's just say, mid-year? It's been a lot of fights where guys have missed weight, had to fork over a portion of their purse and things like that. But just forking over your purse or a percentage of it, that's not helping, because at the end of the day, some guys are just still like, hey, you know, whatever. But it's becoming an increasing problem, and I do believe it's the Canelo effect.
Yeah, the guys I think today could care less. They're coming over here, and that's probably exactly what went on behind the scenes, Stormy. They had a rehydration clause that you can't get over 138 pounds. He said, you know what? Fuck all this. I'm going to go to the weigh-in, and I'm going to come in without even cutting the drop of sweat. 141 pounds. You're supposed to weigh in 130 pounds. And Bob Arum, I was hoping he was going to get, an aneurysm. He was so angry. Then he would have passed away. And yes, I was hoping he passed away. But yeah, man, that's boxing.
Yeah, bro, that's embarrassing, bro. I never heard no shit like that before. 11 pounds over. Oof. Most of the time you hear like 1 pound over, or an ounce over, this, that, and the third. 11 pounds, man. That means, like you said, man, to hell with this shit. He might as well retire.
What probably happened? He probably was playing with his money. And because, listen, I mean, he could have easily cut down. I mean, I don't know how much he was over, but he did not cut to get 11 pounds over. You know, this is somebody who didn't try it whatsoever.
No, he wasn't trying at all.
There has to have been something behind the scenes. I mean, look what they did with they're different companies, but Andrew Cancio, the whole thing with him, and he was working full time. He had his little F-150 in his truck with Southern Gas Company in California, full time. And he loses one fight as champion, and we're going to take a stand. We're cutting him. But you just told him not to take things personally. And you took it personally the way he treated you, talking about how you weren't promoting him at Golden Boy. And you cut him. So what does that make you guys look? Golden utensil. It's just bullshit. Like, boxing, man, is just... The problem is there isn't enough eyes on the sport to catch this stuff out. If we had, like, NBA sort of fans, or NBA eyes, or MLB eyes, or even Premier League eyes, you know, the stuff that's going on right now would not be happening.
It feels so outlaw. It feels so outlawish. It feels like that to me.
Yeah, you just You
can, and then these
you come with your own rules, you come with your own regulation, you can change at any time when it's convenient. My gosh, everything's convenient anymore.
And then also too is the media, you know what I'm saying? Because Eddie Hearn admitted that he like, is that not illegal, bro? Like, the guy literally admitted that he pays for Dan Raphael's hotel and stuff like this.
He pays for Coogan's hotel stuff too.
Yeah, bro, you doing all this. See, and this is what trips me out, because This is the same guy who promotes Anthony Joshua. So if you're willing to pay for hotel rooms for media guys, you mean to tell me you're not willing to pay like some money to Instagram to have some more followers, or pay this to get more people in the stand? Like this shit is just so manufactured. These guys don't ask no questions, man. The media is the problem with this shit too.
Ask them, those medias, how those hotel rooms were going. Ask Eddie Hearn about when he brought Coogan to Liverpool or whatever. He was running up pizza bills.
Well, what about the judges?
The judges too. Even the judges are casuals now. Everybody go check out a fight. Go on BoxRec. Lee Haskins versus Ryan Burnett. This happened probably 2 years ago. Even the judges are casuals. He said, "Which one's Lee Haskins?" He said he's the one in the red corner. He got it wrong, and Britain banned him for life. I mean, this is even the judges, even people in boxing are casuals.
That's crazy. Who was Lee Haskins?
It was a split decision.
But they said that shit after the fight?
Nah, he was saying it. Okay, what happened was he had it tallied, right? And you know how the MC will go to get the scorecards, right?
Yeah.
You know, he had like 5 or 10 seconds. So he's looking towards like a camera person or some guy. He said, hey, which one's Lee Haskins?
Yeah, who's Lee Haskins again? Who is he?
Lee Haskins was a midget fighter at bantamweight, I think. He fought Ryan Burnett.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. I know Ryan Burnett. I don't know who Lee Haskins.
Ryan Burnett beat him for the title, but they fucked up because they called it a split decision because the guy was a casual. He didn't even know the fighters he was judging.
No way.
I'm telling you. It was originally announced split decision. They had to correct it the next day because the guy fumbled. This boxing shit, man. I tell you, it just gives you a headache. Like the only thing, and instead of coming to us or people doing podcasts or whatever media and telling them thank you guys for covering us, because we can leave, we can drop this right now. I'm sure we have NFL or NBA teams and soccer teams and Premier League teams that we watch and we can move on to if we wanted to, and just leave boxing in the dust.
And then another thing that's trippy about boxing, like for one, motherfuckers is not covering your fights. And motherfuckers is not talking about your fights. But then they have the nerve. But then they have the nerve to give motherfuckers copyright strikes.
Yeah.
Fucking Don King, Brooklyn. Yo, Brooklyn.
Didn't happen to you, Loz.
Mr. Boxing Today literally had a video of Trevor Bryan versus that blow-top Flores dude. It wasn't even on TV, and it was video through an iPhone of somebody who was there. Don King went back and filed a copyright claim against Mr. Boxing Today because he was showing his fight, even though Don King didn't even have a TV deal to show it in the first place. Mr. Boxing Today was just giving it coverage, and he got a copyright for it. Do him a favor. Do him a favor. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
Boxing is bullshit.
I've had 2 in the last month.
Oh, you went through a lot, didn't you, Loz?
Anybody can check the descriptions in my live stream. It's always what? BS and Boxing Today.
And they blocked another one.
And you're doing them a favor, Law.
In America, or is it in England?
Blocked in. No, you can show them anywhere in the world, but they're blocked in the US and Canada.
As if, oh my God, we don't want any more eyes seeing this for free. I mean, they're literally like they're fucking like some sort of farmer's market in the middle of a desert, and they've got chains and locks and keypads to try to keep the store closed to make sure that animals don't steal, even though they're watching.
Yeah, bro, Tyrone's on fire. Yo, Tyrone scoring 50 right now.
They're the dumbest people on
I
earth.
told you, man, Tyrone is cooking today.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
That brother is on it.
Yo, Tyrone, like it's like Bill Chamberlain when he scored 100.
Hey,
God
you know,
damn.
do you know what? Tyrone's been so quiet for the last couple of weeks. It's all coming out tonight.
And then they have this thing shoved down our throat. It's the biggest heavyweight matchup of the world. The biggest heavyweight matchup of the year. Biggest heavyweight matchup of the century. Joshua versus Ruiz. Are you serious? The rematch? This is the biggest?
Yeah.
Out of here.
Biggest upsets. It's Tyson. Fuck out of here.
I don't like even going back to that fight. I don't even, like me personally. I don't even really look at that fight as an upset. I don't look at that shit as an upset because I never thought like I acknowledge this man as being a decent fighter or whatever as far as Anthony Joshua, but I didn't look at Anthony Joshua like a lot of these other fans or a lot of these other pundits, these quote unquote boxing experts. Look at him, bro. It's like he's just a middle of the road decent fighter, bro. You caught up on him because of how he looks. It's like a homoerotic reaction when you see this man fight. You know what I'm saying? This is what people are looking at. It's like what Stormy said earlier. It's fucking substance. It's marketing over substance. You know, it's theatrics over substance, bro. This is why, like, I wish I uploaded that video because I spoke on that fight, bro. I'm like, yo, this is gonna be a good ass fight. I remember I said this in a video. I didn't upload it. I swear to God, I'm like, yo, this guy has an opportunity to beat this guy, bro. I mean, and as far as Andy Ruiz has an opportunity to beat Anthony Joshua, you know what I mean? But people are sleeping on him just simply for the fact that Andy Ruiz just look a certain way. But the guy can fight, man.
And you know something? You know something, Brooklyn? You're absolutely right in that. And I had said this was the type of fight and fighter opponent that Joshua was supposed to be fighting anyway.
Yeah.
It's you know, to graduate to another level to see what he's got or whatever. Those guys that he fought in his first 14, 15 fights could all fall down if the wind blew hard. You know, it was disgraceful. When he fought Dillian White, that was the first real opponent. But Dillian White wobbled him, remember, early on, caught him something early. And the funny thing is that Dillian wasn't really at that level yet. He was approaching the level, and I think his people looked at him, meaning Joshua's people, they looked at him and like, let's take this guy now because he's still a little, you know, he's not really all there yet. But I think that's also why the rematch hasn't happened between those two guys, because I think that Dillian has advanced beyond AJ. Because when AJ got a hold of belts, they stopped the learning curve. They stopped it. The train stopped.
Right.
He was supposed to lose to Takam. They stopped that fight. Takam was coming on, and they stopped the fight. AJ was gassing out. They stopped the fight.
Wait, did you guys see
the fight with Parker? Parker took a dive. Parker took a dive, and now I won't say it was like all Parker, because the referee wouldn't let Parker fight in the fight. He wouldn't let him get close to AJ. So Parker just realized what was going on. He went on with the program. Povetkin wasn't allowed to juice like he normally does and everything. And it was a situation where, because Povetkin is so one-dimensional, he doesn't, he tagged AJ with a big shot early on and just kept trying to throw that same big shot over and over again. Whereas
Didn't he break his nose?
Put his punches together in combination, which is all it requires. So there was no way they were going to put him in there with Wilder. No way. No. But the learning curve stopped as soon as he picked up a title belt.
Charles Martin.
Prince Charles Martin.
Martin the God.
He isn't anything but a good sparring partner, man. That's about it.
You're fucking right, B man. He did.
He fought life and death with Kalnaki, and that shouldn't have even gone like that. So Kalnaki is just a slight edge above what he is, meaning that he's very durable. He's very durable. He could take it. You understand? But if he get in there with Wilder, what you think he gonna take?
The learning curve
He's
starts.
gonna take a fucking right hand on his jaw.
He's gonna take a damn coma. That's what he's gonna take because he's too easy to hit. You could close your eyes and hit Kalnaki.
Yeah.
You could throw. Somebody used the analogy. You could throw a tennis ball from the balcony and hit Kalnaki. I don't remember who said that shit, man. But that shit had me laughing, dog.
You look at AJ versus Klitschko, AJ Dillian White, like you were saying, B man. They were all learning curves. As soon as he fought Charles Martin and got the belt, he stopped, didn't he?
Yeah, and see the Klitschko fight, it just showed how far Klitschko has slipped, you know, because his last fight was to Fury prior to that, and that was 2 years prior.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
He finally threw a right hand and hit OJ and landed, and AJ was on the damn canvas.
Yeah.
But he couldn't throw a follow-up right hand. So he basically threw everything in that one shot and didn't have anything to follow up. Could you imagine if Wilder hit the dude with the right hand? He would have been dead. That would have been it.
Excuse me, he's tailor-made for Wilder. I've always said that, and he is. And just going back what you were saying about Dillian White, tell you
what I'm sharing.
Just one sec, Tyrone. If Dillian White fought, I mean, I don't know now because he's come off the juice and he hasn't fought for 6 months. But if you'd have got Dillian White to fight AJ before he fought Oscar Rivas, Dillian White would have knocked him out. And
You think so?
Yeah.
Hey, what's that picture up there, man?
I've seen this.
And then they changed it. I took a picture of this the day after because I know Showtime was too fucking dumb to actually fix the mistake. What happened was, now tell me,
they had the scorecard filled out before the damn fight was over.
Yep,
Yeah.
spot on. This was it, and I took a picture of it just to show everybody this is boxing today.
Ridiculous, man. 117 to 111. When did they stop that fight in the 10th round?
They had it prejudged. This was at my place. Yep, took the pick. They was supposed to.
I don't remember what round did they stop at the 10th, right?
10, yeah.
How the fuck you get those scores, man?
Oh my god, bro!
Everybody should have been shot, taken out back, and shot in the back of the head for that shit right there, man. Look at that. That's freaking ridiculous.
John Taco, there you go.
That's crazy, dog.
Yep.
Go on, Tyrone. That's
Man,
brilliant.
Guys operate.
Yes, it is. Dude, that is amazing. You ought to do a video on that alone, man.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Do a video on that alone, right there.
This is how these guys operate, man. I said to myself, I mean, I was a little bit out from the day before, but I mean, it was Friday night, the night before, it was Saturday, and I was a little bit out, but I wasn't that out. I shook my head. I was like, what the fuck? I jumped right off the couch. What's all this? There you go. They already had it pre-filled, so one kind of man.
I bet that Canelo Kovalev fight was the same way. That shit was already figured out.
Yeah. I tell you what, Tyrone, you do a video on that, man, fucking you'll get blocked. YouTube will block that straight away.
My friends, and most of these guys were AJ Dick riders. I sent it to them. They said, "This is your man's, right?"
Yeah.
He said, "What's that?" I said, "It's a boxing scorecard." He said, "Fights go to decision." I said, "Oh Lord."
Like, yo, you know the thing that trips me out. You know the thing that trips me out, bro, is the like this. The thing, my bad. Yeah, the thing that trips me out, though, like people go about Deontay Wilder. They say, "Oh, Deontay Wilder, he fought a bunch of bums. He fought 40 bums. This, that, and third." So who the fuck is fighting killers, man?
Didn't
So you
AJ
mean
fight
tell me
Matt
Anthony
Skelton or
Joshua?
something?
So you mean telling me Anthony Joshua is fighting killers?
Hey,
Joseph
didn't
Parker's a
AJ
killer?
fight some of Wilder's leftovers?
That's what I'm saying. So Joshua's fighting killers.
Do you know
You know
what?
what I'm saying?
Well, they're killers when AJ deals with them.
Exactly, right? Okay.
You know what, Brooklyn Child? I've got a funny theory about Joseph Parker. And
What do you mean?
I heard B-Man say before, I heard someone say he took a dive, and I think Joseph Parker's been paid off in a few fights.
100%. Yeah, the guy has no ambition.
Definitely. You watch him against AJ. I know, like, the ref played a big part in that. But you watch him against Dillian White. I don't know, because since he signed under that matchroom banner, it was like, I don't know. I've got a funny feeling like he was paid to just fucking lose some of them fights.
I'm telling you, man, the ethics, it's like you could see certain individuals, right? And you wonder and question why they behave like they do. It's just like when he pulled out of the fight against who was that he was supposed to fight? Chisora, right?
Yeah.
And now they've set that up because they're gonna have Usyk and Chisora. And
Right.
And Chisora is probably gonna lay down against Usyk because he's gonna be the name that makes Usyk legitimate in the heavyweight division.
Right.
You can actually see this shit. You know, you can see this shit developing if your eyes are open.
Yeah.
Right.
See it.
Yeah, B-Man, that's what I'm talking about, bro. It's almost it is. You can read the writing on the wall before it's even fucking been written.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I regret starting a channel.
Why you saying that?
Sometimes I regret starting a channel because my first video last year was talking about Anthony Joshua. Well, somebody was talking about Wilder and Joshua because me wanted to see that fight. Know what I mean, but then of course I'm a boxing fan, so I talk about all this other stuff. But I don't really upload videos, bro, because like you don't get the fights you want to see. A lot of these fights, some of these fights be looking shady as fuck. You know what I mean? Now, despite my appreciation for Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like the fact that fucking Leo Santa Cruz was in the undercard. Because I don't like Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro? It's like these promoters don't want to make good fights. You know what I mean?
Brooklyn,
everybody want to fucking.
That's the beauty of you having a channel, bro. It's people like you, me, Tyrone, B-Man, Alex. All these small little channels, man. We got to get together and expose these people. We're the people what have got to push this message out. I can understand where you're coming from because I've often thought that myself. Why did I start?
Yeah, man. What I did this shit for?
Channel? For what? Because I ain't seen the fights. What I talk about? I don't want to be talking about politics and shit like that. I want to be talking
exactly. I want to talk about fights.
Fight. Yeah.
See, and I'm gonna say this too, man. And this is not to put down what's happened to the gentleman and everything, but I'm like this: what you just raised about not seeing the fights you want to see. How long has Terrence Crawford? I'm gonna pose this question to all of you because I don't know the number off the top of my head, but how long has Terrence Crawford been at welterweight now? 3 years? 4?
He entered the welterweight division. I want to say 2018.
Yeah, early 2018.
So this is gonna be what his
2 years,
third fight.
Nearly 2 years. Yeah.
I won't say like 2 years. Yeah, about 2 years.
So coming up to that division, welterweight, after unifying, becoming undisputed at junior welter, he was a hot ticket. He was a fight that you could make money off of.
Wow.
Now, fast forward to where we are presently. The fights that could have been made with Crawford, you all know the names. I won't repeat them, but I'm going to say this. Now that Mr. Spence has had that car accident, we don't know how he's going to be going forward. We just don't know. And these fights could have been freaking made, man.
Yeah.
You know, these guys sit on the sideline for 8-9 months out of the year because they get paid very well. And then when they do come out to fight, they're fighting somebody that don't belong in the ring with them. You know, the Spence Porter fight took place, but it could have been a few other fights that happened also, including throwing Bud's name in there. But now, like I said, because Mr. Spence had this accident, we don't know if he's going to return to the form he was before, because it just, there's no guarantee of that.
No.
So even if he does come back and he's fighting well, and then somebody beats him, does that mean it's because he wasn't who he once was? You know what I'm saying? So it's again, boxing fucking robs us of what we want. Yeah. And it's like, totally life guaranteed to you. Listen, Diego Corrales and Jose Luis Castillo fought one of the greatest fights of modern times. And shortly after that, we lost Diego Corrales.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dead. He's gone. This could have happened with Earl, even though it didn't. And I'm glad. God bless. Don't think I'm hating on him, because I'm not. But I'm saying, if these guys don't recognize, you have to strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah.
Okay. You can make the money, the prestige, and get the legacy and everything all at the same time. If you go in there with the right mindset of what it's really about, stop all of that pussyfooting around and ducking and hiding and this and that. Because I don't believe at the end of the day, everybody is afraid of the other, but they listen too much to these bullshit promoters and everyone who want to make money off of them.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way Anthony Joshua should have turned down that $50 million offer of guaranteed money. That's not even what the pay-per-view would have been. The backdoor gate, whatever. He could have made over $100 million off of that fight. That fight was no and will be no greater than it was at that time. And Wilder, to his credit, was trying to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to disrespect him at every other turn. And the fight didn't get made. Now this man been knocked out.
Yeah.
You see?
It loses luster.
And if he wanted to come to Wilder for a payday down the line and say, hey, man, I'm hurting a little bit. Can we do something? It's like, you know, the fans, Wilder, as good a man as he is, will probably say, yeah, I'll help you feed your family. But the fans don't give a damn. You know? So it's like all of this, it has to stop. So Brooklyn, when you say, you know, sometimes you think you shouldn't have started a channel. Yes, I'm glad you started your channel, brother. And everybody else on here who's doing something, because guess what, man? That's what motivated me. Listening to you guys. And it's like, I have to, but collectively, our voices are needed and they are necessary, man.
Yes, sir.
Some of these fights that are taking place now are taking place because of some of the things that we have said and shared over the airwaves. So our work is far from done.
Yeah.
It's far from done. But we have to stay vigilant. We have to stay on their neck and be on those fucking promoters and everything, because they, again, the fighters don't realize they're being pimped. The only thing they don't see, they out there in trunks and gloves, but it might as well be pumps and high heels.
I'm stocking.
B-man, this is
they might as well look like Oscar.
why I followed the LDBC. This is the reason. Everything what B-man's just said is the reason why I don't know how I found the LDBC. I can't say that. Only that I come across a fight fan. But this is the reason why I followed the LDBC, because of exactly what B-man's just said. We got to stay on their necks.
In the next.
Yeah,
Small channels, and anything what we speak about, some fighters do listen, like Devin Haney.
These people watch these videos, though. These people definitely watch these videos.
You know, Billy Joe does.
Like Stormy says, man, I get where you're coming from, actually, because I had all that shit, that fucking prick last week, and I thought to myself, I don't want to be tarnished on the internet. But then I thought to myself, do you know what, Loz? You stand for what you believe. It's nothing to do. I don't stand for nothing to do with patriotism, fucking UK versus US. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just a boxing fan. I don't give a fuck if you're from fucking Australia, Kazakhstan, fucking Uzbekistan. I don't care. If you're a fighter and you're a good fighter, I'm going to ride with you.
Yes, sir.
I don't stand for that ducking shit. Like B-Man says, man, we got to get together. We got to keep going. We've got to keep pushing that fucking narrative. We've got to keep going.
Yeah. It's just like for somebody like me, I like my favorite videos to do is talking about the actual fights. Because some channels, that like we like some channels, they do a lot of the clickbait stuff. A lot of channels do all this, breaking news, like fucking this motherfucker said this shit on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't talking about. I'm not into that pussy shit, bro. Like I want to talk about fights. I like to give my predictions. I don't mind eating crow. You know what I'm saying? But I like talking about the fights and how I see particular fights going. You know what I mean? Like the only fight, as far as fights for the rest of the year, the only fights that I really care about, of course, is AJ and Ruiz. I'm really looking forward to that. And Tony Harrison and Charlo. Oh, the only two, but that's 2 fights in a month to look forward to. 2 fights, like
pretty much. And
then like a fighter that I really enjoy is Gary Russell Jr. I think I'm a big fan of him, but he fucking fights once a year, man. Like, come on, dog. You fight once a year, my friend. Like, come on, bro. Like, I want to get behind you. I am behind them. I will talk about the fact that all these guys are ducking you, but dogs, be active. Fight, man. Like, you have fans out here that want to see you fight, bro. And these niggas don't want to fight, man. Fuck. You know what I mean? Fucking the John Gary Russell fought in the undercard of Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like, dogs, you could have fought in December, man. Fight this month, bro.
He was supposed to fight this December against his mandatory, but yet again, I don't know what happened.
It's crazy, dog. Fuck. It's crazy. I don't know, man. But yeah, man, this boxing shit, bro, it's annoying, bro. Because like I said, man, I like to talk about fights, bro. I like to predict fights. I like to give my input on fights.
Can I just add something? A lot of these boxers, the way they move and the way they act in a very slow pace, they act as if tomorrow's guaranteed to them.
Yeah,
that's how they behave. Look what happened to Paul Williams. That can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Earl Spence, that could have been worse than that. That was there and done. What would his legacy be about? It'd be a what if story.
And then also too, and I've said this in videos. Earl Spence is one of my favorite fighters, but I'm not like, okay, you got into the action, it's cool, but it would be nice if Earl Spence was to give some type of statement, like, hey, appreciate the fans, I appreciate everybody who has sending me their well wishes. You know what I mean? I like, give us something, bro. You know what I mean? But
it said we got his dates. It said we got dates, and then the dates kept on changing for his return.
Yeah, and then everybody want to do their breaking news speculation. Oh, what did he mean by this pussy ass fucking cryptic mess? Like, come on, dog. I ain't doing no videos on that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you got people, they'll put a thumbnail of this dude after the accident. Like, these motherfuckers have no shame, bro. They thumbnail is this man face after the accident, talking about it. Like, come on, bro. I want to talk about some fights, man. I'm a fight fan, man. And because another thing too, going back to Wilder, right? people going on and on about, oh, he's not popular. Like, these fans are pussies, man. People going on and on about, oh, Wilder is not popular. Wilder's not selling out the crowd. Wilder is not doing this. Wilder, but my question is, let's just say it is true that Anthony Joshua is more popular than Wilder. Let's just say if that is true. So does that mean the fight shouldn't be made? People make it seem like for the fight to be made, Wilder needs to get into fucking Anthony Joshua's imaginary stardom and shit.
Hey, did they say this about Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson?
Did they what?
No one said that about Buster Douglas versus Tyson.
Of course.
Because Tyson was even before he lost, he was way known than Buster Douglas.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what the fuck, man? That's very annoying, bro.
I don't believe people back in 1990 were saying that.
Of course not, man. I mean, let me not say of course not, because at the end of the day, there was whole ass dudes in every era. You know what I'm saying? Let's not. Yeah. Let's not pretend like every era where a dude, like in the past, like guys wasn't whole ass dudes. There's whole ass niggas in every era. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but yeah. I would like to.
They didn't have a voice. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Now.
Was it the social media tool or whatever? Yeah. But it's just my thing is like, huh?
The maximum probably was like a news bulletin. That's about it.
Facts. Or they have to read the fucking Ring and shit, the Ring magazine. You have to wait. Think something happens and then the Ring fucking do the article a month after the shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So Wilder is quote unquote not as popular. I mean, I don't get into that shit, but I'm just throwing it out there. Like
that number was exaggerated, man. 2005, like even Bud Crawford. He does shitty pay-per-view numbers. He don't do 2005. What the fuck?
Of course, man.
That's how you know the guy that did that. He hates Wilder. Like, come on, you put 2 on 2, man. You had all sorts of celebrities in that fight that attended it. You had all sorts. You're telling me that's going to do 2,500? That even Crawford didn't even do, because his fights are barely even promoted. He's fighting, you know, whoever. And then there's about 41,000. Come on.
His name's Rick Glazer, but he never shows his face. And with these guys,
they sound like them stalker guys that videotapes women.
Hey, did you listen to that interview he did with the boxer this morning?
Yeah. I could bounce.
Oh my god, that shit was embarrassing, dog. My goodness. And then people all throughout the comment section, the guy literally debunked the fucking article or the forum fucking thread, but you still going with the narrative. So that just leads you to believe that it's not about boxing with these people. It's all about seeing their guy being more successful than the other man. You know what I mean? It's not about the fucking fight. It's not about fucking Joshua and Wilder putting on their gloves, walking out in the ring and fighting it out to see who's the best. It's not about that. You people are concerned about other fighters being more stars than like their favorite fighter being more of a celebrity than these other fighters, bro. This shit is so pussy, man. God damn, bro. This is man. Listen, it's just so pussy, dog. You know, like I remember I was on a live stream of some dude, and the dude said, and he was talking about Charlo versus Canelo. Like, and this is a boxing fan. A boxing fan is saying, "Oh, Charlo is not done enough to get the fight. Charlo is hasn't done enough to get the fight. Charlo is not as much of a star as Canelo, so that means he doesn't deserve to fight." Like, you're a pussy ass dude. You're a boxing fan, and you're saying this, so you don't want to see Charlo fight Canelo Alvarez, pussy nigga. Come on, son.
Who did Charlo fight? Who's
Charlo fighting? He doesn't deserve to fight Canelo. Bullshit that people be talking about, dogs.
I think somebody said as well with the remnants of Triple Cunt had. They were saying that they was all saying the same thing as well.
ridiculous, man.
I'm like, well, listen. Anyway, Triple G and Charlo were mandated to fight to see who fights Canelo. And then Triple G's like, no, I'll find another loophole. I'll go for the IBF. No, I'll go for WBA instead.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous, bro.
Canelo's fans are the worst. I think it's Anthony Joshua first, and then Canelo's teenage little kid fans.
Yeah, Canelo fans are terrible, dog.
They're the worst. Oh, he did this, he did that, he did that. So many excuses, so many goalpost responses. Oh man. Oh, but Floyd Mayweather, he did this and that. Oh, Floyd Mayweather. No, I'm talking about Canelo. Fuck Floyd Mayweather. We're talking about Canelo.
Because a lot of people who support Deontay Wilder, such as myself, everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who supports Deontay Wilder.
Hang on. How can you be a face of boxing and you can't even speak a damn English?
Yeah, whatever.
And if he does speak English, indeed, he's an idiot because now he sold himself short. Because at the end of the day, English is the language everyone speaks globally, and that's how you connect to many. And he just refuses. He speaks Spanish. Nah.
Exactly. But
he might be the face in the Latino world and the Hispanic world, whatever. But globally, he's not.
Of course not.
Boxing. Yeah. And anyway, he's not a midget, but anyway, he's not a heavyweight. Heavyweights have always been.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's like these boxing fans, bro. This boxing shit, man. It'd be some bullshit, dog. It really is, man.
Yeah, it is, man. And like,
you know what I'm saying?
I sometimes think, what makes them rationalize the irrational? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe it's just how the society is going, I guess.
Well, I've been saying it. Boxing kind of reflects what society's like. Just based on how the boxers behave and how they move. Because a lot of people move about it.
Because
cowards.
Yeah, exactly. Cowards.
They avoid this. They don't address this. They'll ghost on you. Stuff like man.
Yeah, bro.
They got a problem, but they're upset.
They're just shitting on the fans. They literally are over top a porch or something or some rooftop, putting their pants down and just shitting on us, and we're taking it.
No,
shitting you in the chest, Arab style.
Yeah.
No, but the thing that trips me out, right? Okay, if, me as a lot of us are Deontay Wilder supporters, right? But to think about what we're talking about, we say, yo, we want to see our guy Deontay Wilder. I mean, speaking for myself, if I'm a fan of a fucking fighter, I don't care about your celebrity status and shit, dog.
Yeah.
Especially if you're at a certain level, I want to see you fight the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you hear people talk about Deontay Wilder, the narrative is not about being a star and a lot of times, bro. It's the narrative is put your favorite guy in front of Deontay Wilder and he's gonna knock him out. This is how I feel. You know, but for guys who support Anthony Joshua, the narrative is, oh, he sells out 90,000 stadium. Oh, he makes this amount of money. He makes that amount of money. He makes the most money. It's like a celebrity. It's like a fucking celebrity, a celebrity type of shit, bro. It's pussy shit, bro.
You know, it's all. Oh shit! Yeah, with Leo Santa Cruz, people saying, "Oh no, but he's no, but he's a nice guy. This and that. His dad's got cancer." I don't give a shit if his dad's got cancer. He's a nice guy. That's got nothing to do with me. Where was Leo Santa Cruz when my granddad died from cancer? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I want him to fight.
Yeah, bro. We're fight fans.
And if he can't fight because his father's got cancer, well, then take the damn belts and give it to somebody else until you get better than.
Exactly.
But it's not. It's none of my business. It's none of my concern if it's in the boxing ring anyway. Cause, you know, in terms of boxing, if someone has got cancer and he can't fight, I don't care. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, bro. I remember. I was listening to. I forgot. I think it was on the panel of D Style. It was Stormy B Man, D Style, G Funky. You know what I'm saying? And Reggie Owens. And Reggie Owens pointed this out. And I was getting pissed off with it too. And
Right.
in the fight last week, who's that dude that pretty boy looking dude? I forgot his name.
Brandon Figueroa.
Brandon Figueroa. These guys will keep going on and on about, oh, he used to be a model. He's a model, and he's a model. Like, dogs, we're boxing fans, bro. We care about the fight, man. Talk
And
about the fight, bro.
They're trying to sell him when he's in the ring.
Yeah, bro.
That stage. You should have been doing that shit of him modeling and all those promo pics before the fight.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
absolutely
bro.
correct,
Trying to market this motherfucker like some model dog. Dogs. Boxing, this is an alpha male sport, son. You know what I'm saying? We're not fucking playing tennis here, man.
The fights and the fighters sell themselves with their efforts in the ring.
Facts.
Bottom line, it's always been that way. It'll always continue to be that way. They're trying to bring, in the words of Brooklyn, I guess it says that homoerotic stuff into the fray where it don't belong. This is about man against man. This is the bare bones essence of pitting one's wear against the other. And it ain't about their underwear. It's about their fisticuffs.
Fact.
You know, and I'll tell you something. I caught something on the build up for the AJ Ruiz fight rematch. They've done this little mini documentary where they had all these former fighters like, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard and Evander Holyfield commenting on what happened the first time around. And do you know that they drew these men, these great warriors, Ray Leonard, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and there was someone else. They drew Dolph Lundgren, who's not a boxer, and Sylvester Stallone, who done the Creed movies. They drew these men in, and their comments on the fight. Do you know that 60 to 70% of what they talked about Anthony Joshua was how he looked? They talked about his physical stature. He's a sculpted Adonis. He's like, he has the body beautiful. He has this, he has that. They said all of this shit. But as I sat there watching the show, because, you know, it was about the build up to the fight and then what happened during the fight and the aftermath. During the whole time of talking about Joshua, do you know, I sat there and the program is probably like 60 minutes or something, maybe a little more. It's like they never talked about if he was a good fighter or not. They just talked about how he fucking looked. And how, you know, his fans and they were after him and this and that, and he was popular. And I was like, wow, I'm watching this entire program, and that's all that they were talking about was how he looked. They weren't talking about he throws a good right hand. They weren't talking about how he may have knocked people out or this or that. They were talking about his physical being. And he worked out in the gym and he lifted weights and stuff. But it's supposed to be boxing. And then when they got to talking about Ruiz, they were saying that he, you know, they weren't, of course they weren't complimenting him physically, right? So they were saying things like, well, you know, it just goes to show, I guess, I think they had Johnny Nelson on there too. He said, well, I guess that means that you don't have to go to the health club or whatever when you see a guy like, now see that mentality right there and saying comments like that is so derogatory toward people who participate in the sport. Because I'm going to tell you what I have to counter what he said. For you to say something like that, you're discounting the fact that this man been fighting since he was 6 years old. He's had an amateur pedigree. He has a professional pedigree. And the one fight that he lost going into this fight was a majority decision loss. It wasn't like a clean loss. It was close. So you're not giving him credit for being what he is, a fighter. And I'm going to tell you something. All fighters don't look like sculpted Adonises. Most of them don't. Okay.
Exactly.
And for them to continue to talk about this, that was the one thing I took away from watching that show. And I hated it because it's like, and even Anthony Joshua, you know, he's enjoying the the coverage and everything that comes with that, but he'll never get out of the doldrums because that's where he likes being.
Yeah.
You're not a good fighter, dude. You're not. So you're a bodybuilder. Remember, Karl Malone in the NBA had to take a step back from the weight rooms and stuff because he was doing so much of that they were considering him a bodybuilding power forward and not respecting his game. And he kind of pulled back from that and got back into basketball like he was supposed to.
Yeah, just to touch on that, Stormy, I'm into that stuff, and I've totally lost my wind. I mean, I can't run even a quarter as long as I did probably a couple months ago. So yeah, it kills your wind, dude.
Yeah, I'm just saying, that's what they were promoting, and that's what they were talking about, and that's why many were disappointed. Right. I listened to Evander Holyfield, and he talked about Andy Ruiz. He sparred with him when he was 46 years old. He said Andy was 19. He said Andy was basically running him out of the gym and made him realize it's time for me to put it down because I've never had a guy run me out of the gym. He said Andy could cut the ring off. He said he seemed to punch without tire, in combinations. And he said I would find myself on the defensive all the time. He said, and the guy was tough. He could take whatever I was dishing out. Now, this is the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Talk about
divisions.
Where were the people with the microphones and the tapes listening to what Evander had to offer about the guy, which it would let you know it wasn't no fucking surprise. It wasn't no punch from God, as Joshua tries to say. This was a man who was capable. If you go back and you watch that Parker fight, which I did earlier this week, he was whooping Parker's ass too.
Facts.
He just didn't get the decision. I mean, they were really going at it. And Parker fought back hard because he was trying to fight back from getting knocked out. So, when you discredit someone who's actually worked at their craft, and then you give compliments and accolades to guys who maybe look the part, where are we as a fucking society, man?
Pussy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's where we at, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like, dogs. It's like, bro, this is boxing, man. This is boxing. Like, even, and Stormy pointed this out, like, all the great heavyweights, all the greatest heavyweights in past history did not look like Anthony Joshua, man. Like, even when you look at old footage, like, okay, a guy that I can recall looking like very muscular was Ken Norton. He had muscle.
A bit, didn't he?
Huh?
Ike Ibuchi, no?
Yeah, he was another one.
But regardless to it, but they wasn't pushed like Anthony Joshua was, though. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get all that fucking publicity like Anthony Joshua did. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he looks like this, he looks like that, he looks like this, he looks like that. But when I watch the guy fight, I mean, I'm watching him fight. I'm like, okay, he's a decent fighter. He's not, but he's a middle of the road fighter. We're not talking about some all-time great heavyweight here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But people,
you talk about Mike Hercules Weaver. He was a guy that was built, body beautiful like that or whatever, and he went out there. His claim to fame was knocking out Big John Tate in the last round of their championship fight for the WBA title. He knocked him out with a big left hook in the 15th round. But then when he got in there with Larry Holmes, he found out what a real heavyweight champion was. But Larry Holmes didn't care a damn thing about all them muscles. And he hit Larry Holmes with one of them Hail Mary lucky left hooks. And Larry went back, stumbled, got up and went and knocked his ass out. Said it's time to stop playing. Put the uppercut on him, and it was over.
Just ask. I want to ask you, Stormy. Wasn't this is off topic, but wasn't Big John Tate kind of a coon? Didn't he once say that you don't always pick 100 bushels of cotton? Sometimes you only pick 80.
Yeah, Big John Tate was one of those guys. He was like He was like Riddick Bowe before Riddick Bowe.
Okay.
He was 6'6", 218 pounds, something like that. Had a very good jab, decent lateral movement. He was a decent boxer. But he was also one of those guys that once he got hit solid, which is what Weaver put on him in that 15th round, his career came tumbling down after that. You know, it was over for him. Just like it was over for Hector Camacho after Edmund Rosario hurt him twice in their championship fight. Camacho was never to fight again the same way as he did prior to entering the ring against Rosario. Because Macho time was all about getting in there, blazing you with combinations and trying to knock you out. That's the way Hector fought. But after he got hit by Rosario, he was Mr. Stick and Move. Stick and move, stick and move. And sometimes it was more move than stick. That's yeah, he felt like he felt like he didn't deserve to get hit. So he didn't want to get hit. And you know, you have to respect a person for being who they are. And that's what Camacho, he fought the rest of his career that way. I thought eventually when he got in there with Chavez, he was going to try to show what he used to show, but he still fought that way against Chavez too. So it's like the ring is where it will tell the truth on your character. 100%. And that's why Anthony Joshua, all this stuff he's saying, it don't mean a damn thing, bro. You got to prove it in that ring. And so far, you failed that test because you spit that mouthpiece out. He tried to say he didn't, but he did. Then he turned and walked away from the ref. There's no denying that's on tape. Then he stood there, and when the ref told him, come on out, this ain't no timeout, he just stood there. So everything he tried to say to counter all of those three things I just pointed out that he did in one sequence, he has shown nothing thus far that he has overcome that. And then lastly, he's got to overcome the person who put him in that position, and that's Andy Ruiz Jr. And once that bell ring, Andy going after his head again. That's the way I see it. And I don't think that all his muscles and everything gonna mean a damn thing.
Nope.
Yeah,
bro. These dudes, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a bunch of fluff, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of fluff, bro. It's like it's like these dudes, like, and these are supposed to be men. You know what I'm saying? Like this is boxing, bro. This is not bodybuilding. I understood if you spoke like that about bodybuilders, but this is boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Throwing the jab, throwing the right hook. I mean, throwing the right hand, the left hook, the hook to the body, the uppercut. You know, whatever. Ring generalship, movement, defense, this, that, and the third, heart. You know what I mean? But no, what's the narrative? Oh, he looks like like he should be in Baywatch or something. This pussy shit. Get the pussy shit out of here, man. I ain't got time for that, dog. That's why honestly, like when like all these videos that be put out on Anthony Joshua and all these people talk, I don't watch them shits, man. Because I don't want to hear that stuff, man.
Yeah.
I don't watch Anthony Joshua interviews. I don't watch anything talking about Anthony Joshua, bro. I don't watch this stuff, man. Because I do not want to listen to this estrogenic aspect of boxing, bro. I do not want to listen to it. You know? Look at how Wilder speaks. You know what I'm saying? Even with Wilder, oh, he got chicken legs. Why are you looking at his legs, man? Don't you see he's knocking people out cold? Son, we just saw Deontay Wilder knock a man out on his forehead. I can't recall too much times I've seen a heavyweight knock another man out on the forehead. The forehead. You know what I'm saying? You know, but no, I still see the comments. Oh man, Wilder has some skinny legs, doesn't he? Like, look at the shit that people talk about, dog.
Interesting. But both Wilder and Fury ain't chiseled as AJ, but both of them would take him out.
Yeah.
Wilder may not be as chiseled as AJ, but when I look at his shoulders, he reminds me of Tommy Hearns, man. It's just there's some strength up there in that man's shoulders, you know, that where that power come from. That's why I tell people you haven't seen it yet because it hasn't manifested in fights. But I believe he can knock people out equally with the left as he can with the right because he's got a natural strength. That's from the womb. He came from the womb with that.
Yes,
and
sir.
there's a lot of brothers out here that are born that way. I remember when I was growing up, you know, I was like 8, 9 years old. There was these two brothers that lived across the street from me, and one of them had a body like a little weightlifter, and we was like the same age. This dude had muscles and shit. He was born from the womb like that.
I wish I had that.
I was just a regular kid, you know.
Yeah.
He had muscles. We were like 8, 9 years old. Sometimes, hey, it's genetics, man.
Yeah.
It's genetics. And what's going on with Wilder is totally genetic. But what you're seeing from him is, you know, because he hasn't fought as long as a lot of other people that are in boxing, let alone the heavyweight division. But what you are seeing is he's coming into that place. Like Lennox said after the fight, he said he's a late bloomer like I was. And Lennox was a late bloomer. But he's coming into that place where he knows how to punch now and when and where to punch now. It's like that's what's so scary, because that's why I said it hasn't manifested itself in the fight yet. But wait till that left hook start landing on people. Man, that's going to be some scary business right there. We know he can shoot a piston of a jab. We know that. But wait till he start throwing that left hook in there. Man.
Even now you know people want to go about the Malik Scott fight when like a lot of people felt Malik Scott acted or whatever. But if you watch that closely, you know Wilder hit that man with a left hook on the temple. It didn't look devastating, but he hit him on the temple like that. To me, that wasn't fake. That wasn't fake, bro. Like he knocked him out with a left hook on the temple. You know, even against Fury, you know, he hit him. Okay, he hit him with the straight right hand, but he caught him with the left hook, and that should have been counted out. He should have been fight should have been stopped.
That fight should have been stopped not only because of Fury's position on the canvas of his with that fixed stare. I can't get that out of my mind that he had that fixed, glazed over stare at the lights. He wasn't blinking or nothing. He was unconscious with his eyes open, but it was the 1-2 that Wilder hit him with. He cleaned him up with the hook on the way down, and Fury fell flat, like lifeless. It wasn't like he fell and rolled a little bit or something. He fell flat and lifeless. That fight should have been waved off when he hit the canvas, just like they waved it off when Marcellus Wilder hit the canvas, or was he about to hit because he wasn't even all the way down when the referee started waving it. He was on his way down, and they stopped that fight. So what the hell? What's the difference? This is the 12th round of a big fight where the guy done took some punishment, and then it's like the second or third round of this fight where a guy just getting going good, huh? So it's like, you mean to tell me that it was okay to wave it off for Wilder and not let him try to get up or something? And in the other case, when his brother got the guy in the 12th, that guy was dead. And you don't even consider that, you know, you should get some medical attention, but let's give him as much chance as we can because, you know, he white.
Yes, sir. And because the thing that's trippy about that thing too is like the ref was yelling and screaming over him while he was counting.
1,
you know,
2.
but like, because like I'm not gonna front at the time when the knockout happened. Like I had so much exuberance or whatever how you pronounce that word. But I was so emotional. I didn't really see like how the whole sequence from the time he fell to the time he got up. You know what I mean? I was just like just yelling like, oh my, you know what I mean? I was excited. You know what I mean? But you look back and you're like, damn, bro, the fucking ref is over top of Tyson Fury yelling at the man. And Can you do that? Can you do that?
He was yelling at him because he was fucking unconscious.
Exactly. He wanted to wake him up, man.
Did you see the way he was breathing? He was kind of like a deer when it got shot. You know, fall over.
He was unconscious, bro, with his eyes open. You don't see that a lot. You know, he didn't even have the mechanics to close his eyes. His eyes were fixed open, just like Ortiz's eyes were fixed on his way down, looking to the left, looking to the right. His eyes were like looking sideways, like when Deontay hit him. His equilibrium went off and his eyes just looked to the right on the way down to the canvas, and he was out too. You know, that's not even to see him do this to these men and the referees not take into consideration what he's doing. That's real foolish. I was on D Styles Monday and we had a big debate about that because it could have sounded, and I told D Style, I said, it could sound like I'm campaigning for Wilder's knockout, but I'm not. I told you, I'm always in the best interest of a fighter's health and well-being. And when I can see, I'm fucking on TV, looking on TV. I ain't even there. I can see the guy is dead, meaning his eyes is dead, his body is limp. There's no need to count. There was no need for him to count over Ortiz last Saturday. There was no need to count over Fury. Those men were wiped out. And you don't want them to get back up and take more of that when that's done that to them. You see what I'm saying? These men have families to return to. You want to make sure you do the best. You stop at a punch too soon rather than a punch too late. And Wilder's got that kind of power. It's like, man, he could clean somebody up for real. And that's not to like, oh, let's just be trigger happy and pull the trigger as soon as he hits somebody. But you see the results. Fury was supposed to be a knockout victim. He was.
I'm looking at that shit now. Like, it's just crazy. I'm looking at it. It's like, man, the ref is over top of Fury. Like, It was so crazy. And when Fury got up, he almost bumped into the ref. That's how close the ref was.
He had to put his hands on him.
Yeah, he put his hands on the ref, kind of like push him a little bit, stabilizing himself.
I'm okay. No, you're not.
It's ridiculous, bro. Like, that's crazy, dog. Now, I mean, bro, Fury's gonna get knocked out because you see, when every time I think about that fight, the things that come to my mind is and you can see it during the fight. He was just loading up too much. He was just very excited because he's never been in this type of stage. You could tell, like, you could see that he was just like he wasn't relaxed and he was just too excited. He's gonna come into the next fight calm, cool, calm, collected. He understood his mistakes he did in the last fight, and he's gonna get. And man, listen, I don't think that fight's going past 4. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so because
when he hits Fury this time, just like he hit Ortiz, he didn't plan on throwing a lot of punches, but when he made contact, he got results. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to happen in this fight. And these people that tried to protect him and help him through that and all that and give him a draw. He wasn't, even if it went to the scorecards, it wasn't supposed to be a draw. They didn't credit Wilder none of his body work, none of the stuff that he did, the fact that he was pursuing, he's the champ. They didn't give him any of those considerations.
No respect.
They normally give champions in championship fights. Plus, he put the guy on his ass a couple times. How are you the champ? Put the guy on his ass a couple times, do all the things I just said, and it's a draw. Get the fuck out of here.
Facts. And you have big mouth fucking Floyd Mayweather talking about in by the 6th round. He's talking about, oh, Wilder won every round. I mean, Fury won every round. Fucking Steve Farhood, oh, Fury won every round. Like, what the fuck are you people watching, bro? I'm like, in the first 4 rounds, I'm seeing Wilder hitting him with the jab, go hit him to the body, bro. Landing punches. I'm seeing him land clear, concise punches. Know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Wilder Fury didn't win no rounds because he won rounds, but goddamn, like give them, like, this guy, even as a champion, even as one of the top faces in the sport, he still gets no respect. Know what I'm saying? We got people like Canelo God gets gift decisions after gift decisions after gift decisions, man, on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? But you have a Deontay Wilder that get no fucking respect, man.
Canelo enters arenas up on scorecards before the first bell. And I mean, Deontay got to knock everybody else out to win. Get the fuck out of here. That's like bullshit within itself.
For real,
I don't care that everybody he's fought touches the canvas. The man wins rounds too, you know? I mean, he just because he didn't knock a guy out in a round didn't mean he wasn't capable of winning the round. And that's what they basically did. They just gave him like the knockdowns, you know, and they call it a draw. He won rounds, man.
Facts.
In the first few rounds, that Fury got hit to the body. You could see the whips on his skin. You could see where he was taking them blows. That's why he was moving like a motherfucker. He was moving to get the hell out of the way. And the punches he was throwing, they were not effective punches. Wilder was blocking a lot of them.
Yup.
And then he was still fucking moving away trying to throw punches.
That's another thing about Wilder that he gets no respect for. And listen, it is what it is. Because all these guys are gonna suffer the same fate because they walk into they're gonna walk in thinking, oh, Wilder ain't shit, he just has a right hand. Wilder has very underrated defense, man. Very underrated defense. He doesn't get hit with a lot of clean shots. He really doesn't. Throughout the totality of his career, he doesn't get hit with a lot of clean shots. Of course, he gets hit. This is boxing. Nobody's gonna go unscathed. But for the most part, he's always catching punches. He always evading punches. He's always he don't get hit clean like that.
Yeah, exactly.
After fights, his face is clean for the most part. Maybe you see I haven't really even seen too much times where Wilder is bleeding.
Nah.
The maximum he got is a BGI. That's about it. Like a BGI. That's about it.
Yeah, he bruises.
Yeah,
easy, but
he'll get like a swollen eye. But okay, that's it is what it is.
That's about it.
But
you know what I'm saying. But you don't see this man with broken noses and fucking cuts and shit like that. Like you don't see that though.
Because he's not in those type of fights. You know, he's not going to be in a fight where they're throwing 100 punches around. If he was throwing 100 punches around, it wouldn't go. They already don't go 12 rounds. So
I'll tell you something. He's such a good counterpuncher that guys got to be careful trying to open up against him.
Facts.
Because that's how you know they're not winning a lot of rounds against him. Because if you're opening up, you're going to leave yourself to be hit. Now, I will admit, Ortiz fought a different type of a fight in this rematch, and he was probably ahead on some scorecards because of the action that he was doing. But it wasn't because of what Deontay couldn't do. Deontay was setting him up the whole time. And that's the beautiful thing about learning about what you're looking at with a fighter. Deontay wasn't there to win rounds. I did a stream on that. He was not there to win rounds. He was there to take that man out. And by the time he knocked him out, he was already beginning to gas himself because he was working harder in the rematch than he worked in the first fight because Deontay gave him chances in the first fight. Deontay was making him fight the second fight. So he was actually making him throw away all that tremendous conditioning that he brought in this fight. That's why when he went down, he didn't get fucking back up.
Yeah.
That's called ring IQ and ring generalship.
Yes, sir. That's crazy, man. How like because like we were talking about it, like you seeing how it's like you looking at how how the ref giving this guy all the opportunity to get his bearings back. Even after he got up, like he spent another like 5 seconds going this way, go that way, come forward. Like, come on, son. Oh, bro, that shit is crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, man. Like, I mean, it's not. It is what it is. He got robbed of a victory, but I truly feel Wilder will finish the job next time they fight. And that's another thing. I don't think that fight's gonna happen in February, bro. I think something's gonna happen, bro. I can't see that fight happening in February. I'll be
I don't
surprised
think
if
it's
that
gonna
fight
happen
happens
at
in
all.
February.
I don't think it's going to happen at all. I think that Fury's going to get away from this fight for a number of reasons. One, he just don't want it.
No.
Two, his family don't want it.
Nope.
And you do hear your family. His dad said after the Ortiz fight, watching it, he said, if my son gets hit with that, he don't get up. You understand? It's
Oh, you
like,
said that after the Ortiz fight, after the last fight.
yeah.
I didn't
He
even see that
saw it.
interview.
And then fucking Fury's trainer was there too, watching it. And he got the hell up out of the stadium when Wilder knocked Ortiz out. It's like they don't want this. But see, they done got themselves in a pickle, because if he had just accepted the first offer of a rematch right away, gone in there and got knocked the clean hell out, you know what? He'd probably be more popular right now than he is. But people know he's a freak show. He's a carnival act and everything. So now all of that is disgrace, because when Wilder does knock him out again, if they fight, they ain't gonna get the credit for it. They are something else with the way that they set up these damn, narratives and shit.
That's a fact, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, it goes back earlier what Tyrone said. I remember you, and I respect that your viewpoint as far as like none of these guys, a lot of these guys don't really like impress you or whatever. But Wilder impresses me, man. Wilder impresses me, man. I think because like the thing that scares me too is like I feel like there's like really a machine. There's probably I feel like there's a small machine that's really that's gonna really be put out there to prevent Wilder from getting certain victories and trying to get where he's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? There probably will be a fight. I don't know, probably not, but hopefully, like people like especially judges and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, judges are not bought out and people score fights the way it should, how it's supposed to be scored. Know what I mean? Because that's a narrative that is bullshit. Is because fucking Deontay Wilder wins rounds. There's always this narrative like, oh, Wilder losing every round except for knockdown rounds or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He wins rounds. He lands shots. He throws shots to the body. He's landing jabs. He's landing hooks. He lands shots. He's the ring general in there. You know what I mean? He evades a lot of shots. He parries a lot of shots. He wins rounds. But then there's this narrative like he doesn't win rounds. You know what I mean? Hopefully the official judges don't get caught up in that bullshit. That's all I hope for.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Ortiz was just edging it a little bit. I mean, I thought 856 was good. I thought Ortiz won 4 out of the 6 rounds.
Yeah, I thought Wilder won 2 rounds out of 6, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because that's another thing too. You know, a lot of times we say this with every other fighter, like, oh, this guy's losing rounds up into the knockdown. I never say stuff like that because it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you see a fight in real life and you see and one guy's piecing up the other dude, but you knock down the other guy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna remember the thing that's gonna stick in your mind is him getting knocked out, and you're gonna go and the rumor and the schoolyard talk is gonna say, oh, the person lost the fight. Johnny won the fight because he knocked him down, bro. He knocked it. You saw he knocked him out, knocked him down, or whatever. Like that's just how it goes, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we have a better 2020. You know what I'm saying? But see what happens, man. As far as I'm concerned, the only fighter that's getting my 100% support is Wilder. You know what I mean? He's the only guy that's gonna. Well, no, let me not say that. A lot of guys are gonna get my support. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Spence, I like Crawford. Like I'm gonna watch their fights and shit like that. I like a lot of other fighters and all that. But like for example, the bullshit, right? They already Mayweather Promotions already setting the stage to do a pay-per-view of Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. They're already setting the stage to do that shit. Let's see who's gonna pay for that. I'm not paying for that.
Leo Santa Cruz and what?
And Tank Davis. They're gonna set the stage to do that fight on pay-per-view. Watch. I'm not paying for that. I'm streaming that. On that fight, I'm be on crack stream.
Like what's Tank done for us to even consider paying fucking pay-per-view? I knew Santa Cruz as well.
I'm not paying for that.
They ain't done shit.
I'm definitely not paying for that. Like no.
Well, the pay-per-views do.
Absolutely.
They didn't. So they can fuck off.
Yeah,
Him and Floyd Mayweather and Leo Santa Cruz, like looking as.
Yeah, bro. If these people see, because despite whatever the numbers do, right? Whatever the numbers do, regardless to it, a lot of members in the LDBC was really pushing the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? You'll go on, like you watch a 78 Sports TV video, and underneath is the link for the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people was pushing this pay-per-view. You know, none of us is gonna be. I'm not gonna be pushing. I'm not gonna be talking about that fight like that. That's a fight that I can rate Tank Davis and Santa Cruz because I said they're setting the stage to make that fight.
Yeah.
Even blurted out of Tank Davis's mouth. Oh, like we're gonna do Leo Santa Cruz on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, dog, you ain't shit. I ain't paying for that. No question about it. I ain't paying for that. They can fuck off.
I won't be surprised if Leo Santa Cruz pops up the ring once he beats Gamboa and he challenges him or something. Or he makes it official. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, he'll probably be at the fight.
Oh yeah, don't miss it. This spring, don't miss it. It's gonna be action packed. Like that.
Man, Deontay Wilder's gonna fucking. Tank Davis is gonna destroy Leo Santa Cruz, bro. That fight's not going past. That shit's not gonna last long, bro. I don't see it.
Yeah, it won't. It won't.
I don't see that fight lasting that long.
Especially style fighting as well. He's tailor-made for Tank.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get hit with one of them. He's gonna get hit by one of Tank Davis's shots, and for the first time, you're gonna see Leo Santa Cruz have a back foot game, circling the ring and shit. First time you're gonna see that dude. First time you're gonna see that guy fucking trying to outbox somebody, bro.
You forget impressing the hombres.
Say what?
He'll forget impressing the hombres when he fights Tank.
Yes, sir. He's not gonna fight
midgets. He fights. He's big for that division. Them midgets that he fought, you know, their fists weren't that heavy. They weren't heavy-handed.
Nope. Yeah, bro. Tank Davis is gonna destroy that.
More like your little 6-year-old brother giving them punches. More or less that.
Oh man.
Davis is small, but ain't no 6-year-old.
Yeah, bro. That dude's gonna get destroyed, bro.
Yeah.
Tank Davis is destroying that motherfucker.
The outcome is predictable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch, but I'm streaming it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear Wilder said to Floyd? Why don't you? I think he said to him to fight. Why doesn't he fight Crawford?
Oh man, yeah, man. That's something that we could talk, bro. Deontay Wilder was going in on that Boxing Voice interview, man. He was dropping so much gems on that interview, boy. Listen, man, bro. He was talking about he's like, man, you know, Floyd, he didn't fight too much black fighters and shit. I'm like, oh my God, dog.
That's what saying some guy that was yesterday. He said, no, Floyd fixed fight. I said, nah, he didn't fix any fight. He cherry-picked fights, yeah, against flat-footed fighters, specifically that are Mexican.
Yeah.
One white English guy, Rick Gatton. Berto, he didn't really fight. Berto's shit. It is what it is. He didn't fight Sean Porter. And I mentioned the guys, but he never fought athletic African American fighters, did he?
Nah.
Never did. Probably in his early stages and all that and stuff like that. And a few of them.
I was watching Barbershop.
Yeah,
I was watching Barbershop's live stream. I was watching that live stream, and he counted them. He's like, he only fought in his whole career. He fought 8 black fighters.
8 black fighters. And when he went to that fight, the money. I think most that was like most the black fighters he fought was when in his Pretty Boy. Incarnation.
Okay, he fought Berto. He fought Berto. He fought Zab Judah,
Mosley,
Shane Mosley, Sean Bay Mitchell, Chop Corley, Diego Corrales. Wait, Diego Corrales. Well, he's like half black, half Mexican. I think he is.
No, I heard that he's what was it, Nicaraguan or something? Not Nicaraguan. What was it?
Yeah, he's half Hispanic for sure.
Half African American.
Black.
Yeah, his dad's African American, and his mom from them parts of Central America. Anyway,
he fought Philip Andu. Oh, and Emmanuel Burton.
Yeah,
that's the black fighters. That's who he fought.
Yeah, and see, most of them was that when he's Pretty Boy era, not Money Mayweather only fought, barely. I think he fought Berto and Mosley in his Money Mayweather form.
But to be fair to Floyd, he did try to fight Shane Mosley when he was younger.
Yeah,
he did try to say what?
Mosley had a toothache, didn't he?
Yeah, that pussy shit. He did try to fight. He did wanted to fight. I think what's his name? Ducked him too. That Cuban fighter. Damn, I forgot his name.
Casamayor,
Joel Casamayor. That would have been good. But I think Floyd would have outboxed him. He didn't fight Vernon Forrest. That would have been a good fight back in them days.
Paul Williams, but then again, Blue Blood mentioned that he spoke to Paul Williams. He wasn't, but from what it sounds like, both of them were interested in fighting each other.
Yeah, I remember people was talking up that fight too. Forrest.
So basically, he had the thing for flat-footed fighters in his Money Mayweather.
Oh yeah.
10 years. Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me. I want to see when I want to see when was Vernon Forrest's
No, the guy the guy, yeah, forever cherry picks, but the guy that actually gets fights fixed is Canelo. He's the biggest culprit.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy comes up with stipulation after stipulation. He's really got score.
But then people still want to say he's the pound for pound best fighter in the sport. Yeah. With all this bullshit going on surrounding the dude.
Yeah. I can't say it. I think he's worse than Mayweather. Canelo.
Oh, okay. He was fighting. Oh no. Well, his last I'm looking at Vernon Forrest's box rec. Vernon Forrest's box rec. His last fight at welterweight was in 2001. No, not 2001. In 2003. That was his last fight at welterweight. This is when he lost to Ricardo Mayorga. And then after that, he started fighting at 154. You know what I mean? He fought at 154. So I guess to be fair, maybe that's a fight that couldn't have happened. Because when was Floyd's first fight at 154? Wasn't it against Canelo in 2013? Was that his first?
Wasn't it against Oscar?
Oh yeah, that was against Oscar.
Then he fought Cotto. No, but Vernon Forrest already died by that. No. I think Vernon Forrest already died. Yeah, he died by that time when he fought Cotto.
Yeah, he was dead by that.
Yeah, because Vernon died in 09.
09, yeah.
Yeah, 09. But he got killed by 09. And then they caught a fight after a few years later. So yeah, it was no, sorry, he fought Oscar and he fought Juan Marquez in.
No,
I remember.
after he fought Oscar, he fought Ricky Hatton.
No, but he jumped back up to 154, didn't he?
He jumped up to 154 to fight.
Juan Marquez, didn't he?
No. He fought Marquez at welter.
Is that welter?
That was a welterweight fight. I don't remember exactly what was the because I know Floyd he had to pay some money because he was overweight. But what was the contracted weight for that fight? I think it was like 145 or something. Because he was jumping up to because he pulled Juan Manuel Marquez up to welterweight.
Yeah, from 35.
So was the contracted weight class was it that 145 or something?
Sorry?
I think the contracted weight was 145.
Something like that.
Yeah, man. There's been
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna get ready to get off of here because I got about an hour before I prepare for my show. Brooklyn, you gonna join me tonight?
Yes, I could. Yes, I'll join you.
Lost D, you still up for it? Laws might be on a cigarette break or something.
A fag break.
Okay, so Brooklyn, I'll send you that link on the Discord.
Yeah, send me the link because I'm sure it's self-explanatory, but I've never used the Discord server, so I'll get used to that.
It'll be real easy. I'll send it to you about 10 minutes before air. That way you could get on
For
there
sure.
and everything. So and you, the rest of you fellas are welcome to come over at 8 p.m. Central and check me out.
Okay.
And, I'll catch you guys a little later. I got to go and get prepared, man.
By the way, to everyone. Oh, by the way, to everybody, man, happy. All y'all hope y'all had a happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same to you guys.
Yeah, man.
Tyrone, you was cooking tonight, man.
Yes, sir.
So I want to hear more of that. I want
Yes, sir.
Boxing like these.
Let's see the rage.
Nothing.
Good stuff, man. So thanks for having me, man. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, sure. I'll be on your panel, bro.
All right, peace.
All right, later, bro. Yeah, man. Tyrone was going in today, boy.
Well, before I came in.
Yeah, bro. No, I think he was on it. You know what I'm saying? He was just cooking on some subjects, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the bullshit, like the pay-per-views and the bullshit around the sport, man. Yeah, man, he was going in, bro.
Yeah, enough is enough.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, though? I will admit, as far as like boxing content goes, it is kind of cool to talk about, you know what I'm saying, like the bullshit in the sport. It is good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because drama sells. And when us as boxing fans, you know, when we upset about some shit, you know, we boxing fans, bro. We curse, we yell, we fucking go in, bro. You know what I'm saying? This isn't some bullshit, you know? Yeah, bro. We be going in, man. Yeah. Did y'all eat a lot yesterday?
No.
Hey, let me ask you, Alex Santos, if England, do y'all celebrate Thanksgiving?
No,
y'all don't do that Thanksgiving thing. Okay.
No, we don't celebrate Happy Colonizer Day, no.
Okay, that's what's up.
Huh?
I mean, for me, now of course, you know, I acknowledge the history behind Thanksgiving that you know it's not really something that we should be celebrating. But I accept Thanksgiving for what it does bring, because it does bring togetherness. You know what I mean? Like you know, it does bring the family together. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's what I will, acknowledge about Thanksgiving. That it
But
brings people together.
can I say something though?
What's up?
Like the holidays like Christmas, I don't celebrate. I used to celebrate. I don't celebrate anymore. I'm just in a different place now. But with the family, because that's what we celebrate over here in England, and because I told you I'm Angolan. We don't celebrate. No, I think they start to bring certain American stuff over there in Angola. But anyway, they celebrate Christmas. The family get all together and everything. But what my issue is, once everything's finished, once everything's done, you won't hear from them again. They're gonna gossip about you. They're gonna keep you out of certain things. When they're going out or going to another family function, they don't invite you. It's the same fake bullshit, and then it's Christmas again. Oh, I love you, this and that. Oh, yeah, this and that, blah blah.
Yeah,
It's nice, but I like realness, man. I that's just how I. Maybe your family they're cool, innit? But I like realness, man. Like, what's the point? Like when it gets to a certain season and a certain date, you're fine, you talk, you laugh, it's not, and then once that's over, it's the same bullshit again. Fakeness, being manipulative, being divisive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I rather not have anything to do with that and them.
Yeah, I completely understand that viewpoint. I mean, I remember a couple years ago, like my brother asked me, "Hey, you want to come to New York and for Thanksgiving?" So I'm like, "Yeah, cool, no doubt." You know what I'm saying? And then like I was actually gonna cook the Thanksgiving, and then I told my sister, "Hey, I want to come and cook Thanksgiving. I want to invite all the family and all this. I want to bring everybody over." And then my first thing my sister asked was, "Oh, who's gonna be there?" I'm like, "Fuck you mean who's gonna be there? Our family, dog. Our brother, sister, this, that, and that." He said, "Oh, if this person's gonna be there, I don't want to be there, this, that, and third." And then I asked my sister, I told my sister the same thing. "Yeah, I want to come New York and for Thanksgiving." And she said, oh, who's gonna be? You know what I'm saying? And so I did it one time, but I'm like, after that, bro, I'm like, nah, forget that shit, bro. I'm done. I'm done with that. And even now, like, I'm like, I don't really have the best relationship with my older brother now, and things are just not that. Things are not that
good.
Yeah, it's not that good. It's not that good. It's not that good. You know what I'm saying? Which is, it is what it is, man.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go back to that in a second. But did you mention that Floyd Mayweather before, that Shamba Mitchell guy? Did you mention
Shamba Mitchell? Yeah.
Was it, you guys pronounce it Shambe or is it Shamba?
I always pronounce it Sean Bay.
Yeah.
Sean Bay.
Right.
But he fought him when he was way past his prime, though.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
right.
But I'm not gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? But he fought him way past it for sure.
Right. Yeah. Then go back on what you're saying. Then again, just something I thought you forgot. I assumed you forgot, but you did mention that. I remember. Yeah. So you went to New York. And your cousin said who's gonna be there.
Yeah. My brothers and my sisters like, oh, who's gonna? Because not everybody is getting along too well. You know what I'm saying? Within my siblings and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I did it one time. So I went out there one time, but like after that, I'm like, no, I really don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But even now, you like, I don't, like, my relationship with my brother is not too good right now, and stand third. So it is what it is, bro.
Right. See. In Canada, they celebrate Thanksgiving as well, don't they?
Yeah. I'm not mad at Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Just
Canadians, they also celebrate it too, don't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think because they've got similar holidays to you guys, the Canadians.
They got what?
I think they've got like a few similar holidays to you.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Oh, yeah, their one starts in October though. Their one's in October.
Yeah.
So you guys, your Thanksgiving is in November. Theirs is in October.
Yeah, it is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, one thing, the only thing about Thanksgiving though
Mhm.
is like it's so carby. There's so much carbs in Thanksgiving. That's why
Yeah.
like Thanksgiving is so famous for like, okay, you have a couple plates and then you want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's just all them carbs in your system. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's like it zaps you. You know, because you got the stuffing or the dressing. You have the mac and cheese. You have the turkey. You have the Well, let me not say turkey, but you know, you have the dressing, the turkeys, the yams, the pumpkin
Yeah.
pie, the sweet potato pie. You know what I'm saying? You know, even the like pies in general. You know, apple pie. You know, you need. You know, that's a lot of carbs because you know you're making it with flours and shit, like you know, with dough and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just so filling. I remember yesterday. I mean, I had a couple plates, man. I was done, bro.
Hey, do you eat? Because your family are Caribbean folk. Do you eat more? When you're at your family's house, do they do more Caribbean or did they do like Americanized?
No, it's more Americanized. You know, I can remember growing up though. Like my Thanksgiving was always like unconventional. So, because like okay, like in Haiti, you know, my mother like there's a rice dish. It's called jiri. It's called jiri jean jean. That means that's like a rice made with like black mushroom. So it's like you steep some black mushroom. You know, it's like a mushroom from Haiti, some jean jean mushrooms. So you steep some black mushrooms and you make a broth and you cook the rice in that broth. So my mother would make that. She always make lasagna. But whatever on Thanksgiving, my mother always made lasagna. You know what I'm saying? She made lasagna, she made that. She always made some candy yams. You know what I'm saying? She'll make a she'll make like she'll make a potato and beet salad. You know what I mean? Turkey. What else? I'm trying to think. Some salad. Like she'll buy some but no, we didn't really eat dinner rolls and stuff. We had a lot of food. I just it's not really coming to mind right now. But so it wasn't like she'll mix in a couple Haitian things, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She'll mix in a couple Caribbean stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's like my family as well. Because we've been in England, I don't know for how long. But then again, because we were influenced from so many cultures: Italian food, Portuguese, bit of American.
Yeah, my mother, man, she used to make the best candy yams, dog. Oh my god, that was probably like my favorite.
Do you know? I never knew. Literally, the first time I heard the term candy yams was in a video from a rap group called Down South. Have you heard of them? They're from New York.
Their name is Down South.
Down South, and the single's called Southern Comfort. The album, I think you wouldn't know. I think it's an underground group. And the album was called.
When did they come out?
95.
Nah, I never heard of them. Down South.
Down South. That's the name of the group, and then the album's called Lost in Brooklyn. And one song, Southern Comfort, and he mentions sweet candy yams.
What was that? What was that Haitian dish you were talking about, Brooklyn?
It's called jiri jean jean.
It's oui and the French. What was somebody was telling you la bouillie?
Yeah. Bon appetit.
One that sounds like
yeah. My mother would make plantains too on Thanksgiving. I remember that we used to eat that all as well. You know, with pickles and all that. She used to make that.
Can you speak French, Brooklyn?
Yeah, I speak a little Creole.
Oh, okay. I hate you to speak Creole, isn't it?
Yeah. Speak a little Creole. A little bit.
Can you read in Creole?
No, I can't read it.
But you can understand it and speak it, right?
Yeah, like if I was to go to Haiti, like I'll be fine. Like I'll be good.
La bouillie.
Yes, sir.
What if you go to France?
If
you go to France, will you understand?
Not 100%. Like I'll acknowledge some words,
right?
But it's a difference. It's a difference,
right? Is it a big difference?
Yeah, it's a big difference. It is.
Yeah, it's like Portuguese and Spanish. I can understand. Well, then again, it depends what region of the country you're from that's speaking Spanish. Like for some reason, I can understand Mexican Spanish as if it's Portuguese. It's crazy. So when I was in Texas, I had no issue understand what the Mexican guys were saying. I had no problem.
You know, it was. I remember my friend used to always say like Mexicans and shit, like they speak a lot. Like the Spanish they speak is like broken Spanish. You know.
Right. For some reason, I can understand that one easy, but then Spanish, the real Spanish from Spain, I can't understand them. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Say again. Say again. No, I don't understand. Speak in English. Entienden nada.
Oh, nice. The Knicks is up by 13. Hopefully they keep it up. Yeah, man. I get notifications like when the Knicks are playing, like by quarter and stuff like that. And man, I tell you, bro, Knicks suck, man. New York Knicks suck, bro. Like they have like the worst record right now. It's crazy. What you said?
No, I said New York Knicks.
Yeah, man. They be that bullshit, dog. But it is what it is. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to hopping on Stormy B-Man's stream because he been asking me to hop on the stream for a while, but I always be busy on Fridays, you know.
Are you ready to ride the storm?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
Johnny Cash did that song, "Riders of the Storm." That Johnny Cash.
Nah, I'm not familiar with that. The only song that comes to mind from Johnny Cash is damn son, it's that hit single, man. I forgot the name of it, man. It's something burn and it burns in a ring of fire. In a ring of fire. I don't know. I forgot the name of it. Hold on.
That sounds so deep south.
Yeah, man.
What's gonna say now? Are you gonna watch the debate then tomorrow?
The debate?
Yeah, blood boxing and
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yo, I don't know if you feel that blood boxing was jamming damn Yankees in the background.
Wow. Yeah, man, this shit is fast today. Nah, I ordered some food.
Yeah.
I ordered some food and shit.
Domino's right now.
Are you guys familiar with Damn Yankees? That rock band.
The what?
You know, are you familiar with that rock band called Damn Yankees?
Damn Yankees, no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, brother was bumping that while I was when he was announcing the time and date he's gonna debate. AOTBA.
I'm gonna watch it, bro. But I don't know, man. These dudes are faggots, bro. A lot of these cats who like the IOTBAs, the 68. What's that faggot nigga name? 68 scrapbook, whatever. You know what I'm saying? All these faggot ass dudes, bro. Like me personally, bro, I ain't giving these dudes no attention, dog. It's like they're attention seekers, you know what I'm saying?
Like he was like, bitch ass nigga, bitch nigga, Manchester, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Who said that?
This was 68.
Oh yeah, that clown.
I think he might be a half a homo, maybe.
He said,
yeah, he's a bitch, dog. That's what I'm saying. You remember in the text group I told. In the text group,
barbecuing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in the text group. I told Laws, I'm like, yo, don't pay that dude no attention, bro. Yeah. Let him do him then. You know what I'm saying? Like you like that. Obviously, that's what he's doing because that dude's been doing that type of shit for years, bro. That's not nothing new. Sure, if he catch wins on my channel, he's probably gonna be doing some shit about me. Like when he catch wind of Tyrone, he's probably gonna be doing something about him. Like that's just what he does. It's like these dudes come into the community. That these good dudes are a part of the boxing community, but they're not in it to like talk some boxing. See us, we could talk boxing for hours. I remember one day, bro, I swear to God, I was on a live stream with Laws Dawkins on a Saturday. We was talking boxing for 4 hours, right? And
well,
then
we're almost getting to that forest threshold.
Huh?
We're almost going to that 4-hour threshold.
That's what I'm saying. But like these
Yeah.
dudes, like, okay, we talking boxing for 4 hours, right? And then I get
Yes.
a call on Google Hangouts. And I'm
Mhm.
thinking, who the fuck is calling me? So it's just two cats. They call me. And I never really spoke to him. I never really spoke to him like that. Like I never spoke to
Right.
these dudes. I just ended up to being on the phone call on Hangouts, and we talking another 4 hours, bro. So for in one day, I talked boxing for 8 fucking hours, bro. For 8 hours, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, bro. But these guys, but so me, see, my thing is me entering the boxing community, uploading videos, being online, it's strictly to, you know, I first, okay, I upload my videos, to talk boxing, but then now you get to know people within the community, like you, like Tyrone, like Alex, like Laws, like Michael Johnson, like a lot of other guys. And you come in and like me, my objective is to come in, talk boxing with other boxing fans, because in your regular life, you don't really come across a lot of boxing fans. So the internet allows you to talk boxing. Like me, I'm in California. Tyrone's in you say you in PA, right? Pennsylvania?
Right now, yeah.
You're in Pennsylvania. Alex is in England. You know what I'm saying? This is the beauty of the community. 3 people from different parts of the country or other parts of the world could come together and talk fucking boxing. See, this is my objective. You know what I mean? But you got these guys out here, man. They come into the community just to start mischief. You know what I'm saying? Like just to be mischievous and stuff, and be a fucking like a fake tough guy or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like I think, and it's crazy, man.
Swords of Mischief.
Huh?
Said they are Swords of Mischief.
Yeah. Wasn't there a group they named that?
Yeah, I'm just taking the piss. Yeah, they're doing a pun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember 93 to Infinity.
Yeah. Now I remember that shit. Exactly. That's exactly what that is, bro.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's lame, son. You know what I mean? Just come in here like you know, like an IOTBA. This faggot nigga dude, he comes in here. You know, he just all he wants to do is just beef with niggas. You don't want to come and talk boxing.
These guys are. It's not 93 Infinity for these guys, but these guys are lames to Infinity.
Yeah, bro. Like you don't want to come you don't want to come and be respectful and talk boxing. No, what you want to do, you want to be fucking disrespectful to other people on the internet, bro. You just want to be disrespectful, and I don't appreciate that, bro. Like that's not cool to me. That's not cool. That's pussy shit, dog. Be respectful, and come into this shit to talk boxing, bro. And we're gonna have disagreements or whatever, but you know, we talk boxing. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk boxing. It's like one of my intro in the videos. Let's talk this boxing shit, bro. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be coming to niggas, but nah, it like people who's on a different type of time, bro. It's like, and to me, it's just really lame, bro.
What are you eating, Alex?
Say what?
What you eating, Alex?
I'm gonna be eating some rice with chicken tikka in the wrap.
That sound good.
What you order, bro?
Yeah, I ordered. There's this fast food spot called oh man, I can't believe I just forgot the name.
I need to get married to a Jamaican girl. I love that curry girl.
Your parents can cook. My mom or dad, they can't cook worth the shit.
Really?
At all.
But it's African.
So what did you do? So what? When you was growing up, y'all just ate out all the time?
Alex, don't spill the beans, huh?
Y'all just ate out all the time?
Yeah, we just ate out all the time.
Damn.
Most of the time, yeah. Every time they'd come back home from work, we'd get like Chipotle, McDonald's, Jersey Mike's, Little Caesars.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Do you cook at all?
Barely. I mean, so I'll prep some meals for myself, like chicken and broccoli and shit like that. It's my go-to. Eggs in the morning, but I can't really cook.
Either. I can cook some chicken breast though.
Yeah,
Can bake it real nice.
I can fry it. I can do steak. You know, rice.
I'll tell y'all and shit, but I never put my business like I tell you that I have my own business stuff. I'm actually a personal chef.
Oh, that's awesome,
Oh,
bro.
Yeah,
that's
like that's what I do. That's my hustle.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You can make
that's
that.
what's up.
Isn't that I saw a couple of you never got into the food truck stuff, right?
Nah.
Because that's really been going right now.
Yeah, but wait, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my food and shit.
Yeah, go get your food.
I just went to Domino's myself.
Tony, what's going on, bro? Nah. Oh no, that's all good. Hold on,
Brooklyn, do you live in an apartment? I literally just sang apartment.
Yeah, I live in an apartment right now.
Yeah.
Tommy Fury in terrific shape as he hammers the pads with Father John.
Oh, piss off, Tommy Fury.
He doesn't want to be. He will get knocked out horribly. Hopefully.
Yeah, get rid of him. He's leeching off his brother's name.
Yep, and he's leeching off of Love Island.
Yeah, a lot of Americans don't even know Love Island what to do, but
because they brought
know
a version here.
Yeah,
work out. Tommy Fury. I mean, literally, he fought a guy 0-26. He couldn't. There was a guy 10-102. He couldn't get him out there.
he doesn't do the proper training. I don't think he's on the proper training. Just put him there. Oh yeah, fight this guy, and hopefully you get him.
Ready.
His girl is whack, man. She's like one of them lame ass white girls. That's what she is.
Yeah, she doesn't look like crazy or nothing.
She's just average, normal.
Yeah. She looks pretty average.
Not sexy, just average and normal.
Like average if it was souped up, and even then, you can see through it.
Because she puts makeup. I don't know what she looks like underneath that, but she puts makeup on. And these women over here in this UK,
Molly,
they love their makeup. I think I only met one girl today. She didn't even put one makeup.
Yes, we didn't
some
even
model.
Instagram now. I liked your post.
Which the jersey, the blue jersey, the striped jersey.
Yeah, spicy.
It was spicy cold that day though.
Yeah. You just added like a ton of hashtags. Now, how do you do this? Like,
huh?
Like, I don't really post on Instagram. Do you have to individually write these hashtags, or they just suggest?
No, I already got them copy and pasted.
Okay.
Yeah. Because what happens? The hashtag it just helps it get seen.
Yeah, because I'm not that smart, and I've never posted.
Because again, I don't have my mates. I don't know people. Most people that are there, they're not my mates or anything. They're not people that I know. These are total strangers. Most of the guys. I think out of about maximum about 5 of them, these people I actually know.
Yeah.
So basically, the more you do, the more tags you put. I mean, eventually, when you get established, you don't need to do that anymore. But the more tags you put, that's when you get more exposure. Then hashtags and tags.
Tags and tags.
Yeah.
Is this your uncle? He's still alive, right? Alex Santos, your other one.
Yeah, he's actually there.
Yeah,
if you see him,
Instagram page, yeah, he commented on one of your posts. He's in Nevada.
Yeah, that's him.
Wow.
Yeah, that's him.
He actually looks pretty solid, man.
Yeah, he's about 50, 52, 53 somehow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems into fashion.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He likes the young girls.
Tell them that he's 32.
Huh?
What does he tell
No,
them?
he tells them their age, because then what happens is they'll be like, "Wow, I can't believe it! No way, you look so young though." So it adds, because he adds the novelty in it.
Yeah. Yeah, Lowe's just petered out. Shit.
Say what?
Lowe's just fell out. Forgot.
Yeah, he lost dropped.
Probably doing something.
Yeah, lost dropped out. Don't know why.
Oh, TBA, nigga. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Ellie. But you dick ride fighters though. At least I don't look like Beetlejuice.
That guy's funny. Man. You better not interrupt me, because no interrupting. You bet. Don't bring up Canelo. Because I remember he said Canelo's pound for pound or something.
Yeah. Well, he is now in the ring. Lol.
Kept pound for pound with an asterisk.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, is pound for pound at making stipulation.
Mm-hmm. For
He's
weight.
amazing at that. Nobody can compare.
No.
What?
Okay.
This guy's finished
No.
off.
4. Let's see this.
Are you checking out now?
Just looking at these Black Friday deals. Probably get shit online. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't buy anything at Black Friday though. It's still the 30th. I need to buy something.
Oh no, I just kind of switched off. Like, and we got to a point where we've got 7 TVs among the 5 of us, and they
Yeah.
don't matter anymore.
There's many clothes I'm gonna buy because we never had Black Friday before. We got it like literally a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost complaining. When are we gonna get Black Friday? When are we gonna get that in America? Like in America. But we got it now. Right?
They're a bit better, but it's like certain things. I'm probably not going to be worried about it till next year, till the PS5 comes out.
Yeah.
Because they're selling PS4s right now for like $150, $200. I mean, they're throwing them in.
I mean, there were people still buying PS1s on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, you could buy a PS1 for like $60 from Kohl's.
What?
To buy
The legit one, not the Switch, the Switch one, whatever you call it.
No, a legit one, a PS1.
Yeah.
You can buy
Not that plug in and play, whatever it's called. I like the original one. I need to get my PS1 back. Remember I told you my teacher stole it.
Your teacher. Go over there and ask him. Apparently,
Bobby's not there anymore.
Porky is going to fight Spencer Fearon.
For real?
Yeah, in a charity match.
I think he beats Spencer Fearon beat him.
Yeah, knock him out.
But Porky's got the height and the weight. But Spencer Fearon's only about. He's probably about my height.
Yeah. Porky's even shorter than that. Porky's like 5'6", dude.
What? Porky's 5'6"?
Yeah, he's shorter, man.
I thought he was 6'4", not 6'4"
No,
or something.
No. Porky is short.
Fair cool, huh? The way how he presents himself, you think he's a giant?
Yeah. What are you on about?
Yo, you see blood, you hear blood box, and you think this guy's a big guy. This guy was suplex a polar bear.
Yeah, but I think Blood is a decently, big guy.
Yeah, he's 6'5", 6'4", 5.
Fucking huge.
Yeah. He'd suplex a polar bear.
All right, what I miss?
Nothing much.
No, I was saying Spencer Fearon and Porky's Corner gonna fight.
Spencer Fearon in Porky's Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is that really happening?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I think it should be before the end of the year.
No way.
And is it an exhibition or is it a real fight? Like,
not like an exhibition.
no, I said I thought Porky's Corner was tall. That's
No.
what I thought. I thought
Like 5'6".
he's 5'6". I said Spencer Fearon is only like 5'9", 5'10". And then I thought I was under the assumption Porky's Corner was 6'5" or something.
Yeah.
He's a small man himself. Spencer Fearon's gonna kick his ass.
Hmm.
That's crazy, man.
But give him respect, bro.
Yeah, for all the shit Porky's been talking for his channel.
Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'd rather watch that than Logan Paul and KSI.
Oh, definitely.
I'd rather watch that.
How do you feel about paying a quote unquote $5, an extra $5, Alex? For some of
What do
this?
you mean?
They brought pay-per-view up 20 to 25 pound and
You're crazy.
Huh?
Would say I don't feel anything. So it's only a $5, but
it's
then
only a $5. Yeah.
but then it'll go up.
Law said by the end of by the end of next year it'll be 40 pound.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna get it like us, man. And
I mean, if you're skin and you only got 20 pounds, you'd be a bit like, oh shit.
But see, the problem is, the thing about it, y'all have a lot more pay-per-views, I feel.
right, yeah, they do.
I don't like odd numbers.
Yeah, y'all have a lot more pay-per-views.
Sorry?
No, I'm saying y'all have a lot more pay-per-views than we do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything's if it's a matchroom fight, everything's pay-per-view.
If it's like, and the only time it's not pay-per-view is if it's bums.
Yeah.
Dumb. Yeah.
Even that,
Or the new generation. Or if it's Ted Cheeseman, cheese not the place.
Showbox, the new generation. Dun 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 dun. Hey guys, it's more Ronaldo here. I'm coming from the middle of nowhere.
That Mario Ronaldo guy. He's one sensitive. He's so sensitive.
Yeah. I actually like Brian Custer's voice. He'll make
he bounced again because someone said something offensive to him. He bounced.
What happened? No, seriously.
Yeah, he left. He left. I didn't leave, but he basically somebody was talking shit to him in one of the commentators from WWE was talking shit about him, and he bounced basically.
Oh, he used to work for WWE?
He still does.
Oh wow.
Wait, is he not charging?
So what?
Hello?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Is Alex there?
I think he said something about charging. So maybe his phone wasn't charged. Maybe he ran out of battery. Yeah, man.
Got my keys there. I remember one time I tried to get pizza and I couldn't find my keys. So I couldn't leave my place, but I wanted the pizza at the same time. I just started using everything as door stoppers. just to get my pizza.
You start using what?
I said I didn't have my keys, right, so that I can, come back in the building. So I was using everything I could as a door stopper
Oh wow.
so that I can get my pizza. I couldn't be denied.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right now I'm eating. There's a spot called Flame Broiler out in California. I don't know. I think it's only in California. But the thing with Flame Broiler, like they do like rice plates and shit. Like so, you come in there, you get like a teriyaki. You could get like some grilled chicken with like rice and vegetables and salad and stuff like that. They don't fry nothing. Like it's pretty. And then like they'll have like sauces on the side, like teriyaki and hot sauces and other type of sauces. And it's like one of my favorite spots to go to because it's like inexpensive and it's fucking good.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get this pizza though.
Yeah, because you say you're trying to do bodybuilding, so you can eat that stuff.
Yeah, man. I think like the shit with it is I need to actually put on weight. Was my issue right now. Like a lot of people they come out, 165, 175, 185 dried out. Like I walk around at 170 pounds. Like I need to put on like some weight, like some lean muscle, and that'll take a while. That's why I'm
How tall are you?
6'1".
Oh wow, you tall.
Yeah, I need to put on some weight. Now I can eat and hydrate, and get a whole bunch of water and get up to like 184 pounds, but that's being like everybody, everybody's weight fluctuates in a day as much as 5 to 12 pounds. So,
So for you, with the bodybuilding, like, are you trying to go far with it?
Well,
or you just want to compete a couple times just so to say you did it?
I'll see how it goes. If I can get myself in for 2-3 months, the shape I'm at right now is actually pretty good because I haven't before 3 months ago, man. I could count on my hands how many times I actually, bench press. And that was probably 8 times.
Like bench press about 225?
Yeah, now, yeah. Life and death though, but I need to get that up too, man. I think at my weight, if I'm really advanced, I should be able to do like 250, dude. Like my chest is weak; it needs to get up there. But my back's always been strong. I've always had a really strong back because of the arms, the width.
So you like a Wilder? You have a Wilder type of build.
Wide shoulders. I have really wide shoulders.
Okay. Because that's the thing about Wilder, man.
Yeah, he does. He has wide. You see, he would do his brother. Now, Marcellus, maybe he should go into bodybuilding because he has an amazing physique. The homoerotic stuff.
Yeah.
He can really do it because he's got everything going for you. The height, the abs are there, the shoulders, the arm. The thing is, people think the abs are the hard part. Now they're hard for me, but like. If I just, do some exercises and get my body fat down, they're pretty easy. I already have them now. But like in general, it's the arms and the back that people have issues with that I have no problem with. I can be 200 pounds. I'll still have, a defined back.
Yeah.
It's just kind of genetics. It's weird. Yeah. It's a weird mix because everybody tells you can look like that. It's true to an extent, but once you get to a certain level, it's all genetics. Even the guys at the top, like the main pro league, Olympia, who are just on here, they're all on it. They're using it. They're using like TRT. Some of them 1,000 milligrams a week, 1,400 milligrams a week. I know a guy was using 1,400 milligrams of TRT, and he wasn't even pro.
Wow.
What's that all about? What's the point to do that?
What's TRT?
Testosterone replacement therapy. So
that's the shit that AJ they accused AJ of doing.
He was a TUE, a therapeutic use exemption. He was putting, I don't know what he was using, but he was definitely using some substance. Yeah, that's probably related to TRT.
So you feel that alleged. So in your experience, do you think AJ is a drug cheat?
Because
a lot of people feel that way.
I think there's something. The problem is the amount of muscle he put on, and like he put on like I wouldn't even say it's some of it's fat, but still to put on 16 pounds of muscle after 2 years past the beginner stage. You know what I mean? Because he was probably lifting weight probably from 18. You know, he started around maybe even before that. But they're talking about he went from age 21 to 23. So he's way past the beginner stage at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Put on probably around 16 to 20 pounds of lean muscle. That's steroids. That's gear, because
Yeah.
even a beginner to put on that much weight is really hard, even for a beginner. Naturally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why for me, like, because I'm not familiar with that world. So on my videos, I never accuse anybody of using performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
Especially if they haven't been caught. That's just a rule of thumb for me, because I'm ignorant to that world. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in no position to talk about it. You know what I mean? My thing is like I'm just gonna assume you innocent until you get popped.
Yeah. The physique, the only thing like I could probably say maybe is the acne in the back, something like that. I might just say
that. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. You're right, Alex. A lot of people have acne in the back, and a big point is the shoulders.
Yeah.
If you get acne like right there, like if you're black and you get acne right on your delt, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You're on something, because that doesn't occur naturally, because what happens is with all the testosterone, all the oils and pus seep out.
A lot, like back in the days, a lot of not a lot, but a few WWE wrestlers had a lot of acne.
That's where it's coming from.
Yeah, all them guys back in the day was using. I was because a lot of times, like, you could go on YouTube and watch a lot of these wrestlers, like, they basically just tell on themselves. You know what I'm saying? They just spill all the beans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think like I think I was watching some
Chris Benoit the girl when I was on that heavy.
Really. Yeah, man. And I was
and
watching.
Was about 5'6" or 5'5".
Say what?
Eddie Guerrero. He looked like in his last days, he looked like a mutant.
Yeah.
The way how he looked, because his height, then you just look at his upper body. Even his leg as well, but his upper body. Damn.
Because a lot of Mexicans.
The day before, he died from a live shot. He took one more.
Yeah,
and he died.
Because a lot of Mexicans, they don't naturally have that physique. You know what I'm saying? Like, naturally, like they're very pudgy men. Most of them, like most Mexicans I've ever met, even if they're skinny, like they're just not defined men. You know what I'm saying? That's not.
I know. The ones that the mountains, the Indians, I know they've got a good physique, decent one. But once they eat certain food, they lose that physique.
Yeah. But
again, it makes sense up the mountains. They look at it makes sense. But the ones in the city, yeah, all of them look pudgy or doughy.
Yeah, all pudgy guys.
They look like margin. They're kind of like margin booish, stretchy. And some of the women got pouches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of women be looking like refrigerators.
Yeah, refrigerators with pouches.
They be having
similar to kangaroo pouch, or which of animals have got pouch now?
Yeah, they be having fupas.
Koala bears have pouches, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. They're the same family as a kangaroo, but yeah, they got pouches too.
Hey, I'm gonna jump off though, because Stormy just sent me a thing on the Discord. I want to get used to the Discord. I'm gonna be on this panel today.
Right. All right.
Tyrone. Ask Laws if he's going live tomorrow. I'll shoot y'all a message on the Discord. I mean on the text. Hey, Alex, who are you on the Discord? I mean on the text group. Are you Fueti?
Say again?
Like, are you a part of the chat group almost?
No, I'm not. No.
Oh no. Okay. So that's somebody else. All right, no problem.
I'll
All right, man. So
I'll probably get kicked out or something. I don't know.
no, I'm talking about on WhatsApp.
Did this what? No, yeah, I am. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Fight. It says Fatty. Fight.
Yeah, that's you, huh?
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that too, because like some of the things you be saying, I'm like, yeah, is that Alex?
Yeah.
All right, dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, I'm on that. All right, but
You
yeah,
hear my
man,
voice?
I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, bro.
All
right, later.
All right, peace. Did you finish eating now? Tyrone. Tyrone. You there?
$240, $239.88.
Incline your bench, press heavy. Yo, Tyrone, I'm gonna bounce. I'll call you on the phone or something.
Wait, what happened here? Is the live stream over?